So, hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. We are the Digital Dragons, and we're going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Joining me here today, we have got Elora.
Hello, I am Trip for Trip Starlike in the chat, and I'm playing Elora.
We have got Zagrax.
Hello, I am Zach, or Warbird in chat, and I will be playing the Zagrax.
We have got Irilyssa.
Hi, I am Jarard, aka Evil by Moonlight in the chat, and I'll be playing Irilyssa tonight.
We've got Vulwin.
Hi, I'm Ethan, or Chaos Gemini in chat, and I'll be playing the Furball Granger, Vulwin Agar.
And we've got Tahko.
Hello, I am Highwind playing Tahko, and I'm writing Aura of Life spell into my character sheet.
Cool.
And I, like I said, am Mordred, and I will be running things into the ground, probably.
Well,
Like every week.
Yeah, pretty much. I have one job and I do it very well.
Highwind is ornery tonight.
Yeah, you're on a roll.
If that's a subtle, indication that we're going into the cave, no.
oh,
He's
Gotta
just
get out of the
angry
one we're in.
because He didn't get his crown or his gauntlet.
Chances of entering caves depends on how nice you are to me.
oh, okay.
Alright, I am
Okay.
just making one slight alteration and adding 2 tables, because you've seen those tables before.
To be
And when
fair,
things were reset, they were lost.
this last time we were in a cave.
We,
The time before we were in a town. That is not a cave. So we almost died not in a cave. Hence why we lived. Very important point.
but we all live this time too. Barely.
Because it's not a cave, it's a mountain.
It's a citadel.
It's a fortress as well.
Hmm.
It's all those things. So we just never call it a cave.
Okay, so who wants to give us a rundown of what on earth occurred last time?
I wrote so much.
Vulwin
We won!
a very great summary in the notes.
That's true, actually. Yeah,
Is that
Yeah,
even in
yeah.
there still?
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on.
Yes,
I
there.
need to bring that up.
it's the
Right.
preamble, and it's excellent.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, let me bring up the notes so I can read this verbatim. And scrolling down a lot of pages.
Oh my god, it keeps going. Keeps
All
loading.
right. So this is actually last week. So last week on Cave Hunters, we visit the worst cave known to man, Sunblight Citadel. You haven't seen anything until you've been lit on fire by a paperwork crown demon. The previous landlord won't give up his claim to his throne, and there's screaming walls. And did we mention the pest problem? Giant ants destroying the foundation. This and more, tune in Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Watch the Dawnbringers guide us through this horrifying episode of Cave Hunters. But you already watched it, so.
Yay!
Or now it should probably be, and now the finale of Cave Hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, back to our regular scheduled program.
Exciting continuation.
Caves from Hell.
Hell.
It's just a cave echo.
You just got explosions and fire.
Ooh, good idea.
Oh,
No, we had enough of those in Bryn Shander, thank you.
Oh, actually,
True.
that's something I can show you. I want to see how exactly this works. I'm just going to bring us over to the Sunblight area
I'm
because
so
I have a new button. And while we're
yeah.
talking about explosions, how does that look on screen?
Woo!
oh,
Whoa!
that's fun.
Wow.
Wow.
I can do a thing
Nice.
now.
Yeah. We should just, have those constantly going on. Just for funsies.
Whenever I'm
Yeah.
bored, you just see fireworks going.
They're like, every time we go on break in the middle of the stream, she'd be like, break time!
But there's loads of different effects. Like you can do breath attacks.
I like it.
Oh,
You can do missile attacks. So if we go, say, magic missile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like Roll20 did some updates. They added particle
Whoosh.
effects and they added a dark mode. It's good stuff.
Wow.
Slime glows.
Ooh.
What
that
else do we
even mean?
have? Oh yeah, so we have the beam attack. This one's kind of cool because I can direct which way it goes.
Ah!
Whoa! So wait, do we have a
Nice.
circle for moonbeam, just constantly moonbeaming everything?
Well, I mean, we
Just
have the
twinkling.
explosion, so what would
Holy
that
light.
be? Magic
Like a
explosion?
white explosion.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
there you
right
go.
there is
You just have to keep clicking it constantly.
Fairy fire.
during the
That's
whole-
fairy fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I
fairy
can't
fire.
change the size, so it's always that massive.
Oh.
That's okay.
Just like heal. Ah.
Nice.
So yeah, Roll20 apparently has a couple of new toys, which made me
Cool.
rather happy and distracted me for a full 15 minutes of preparation time. Just like, ooh, sparkles. Anyway, so you guys have leveled up. That was the last thing that we were doing. You have taken a full rest, so go ahead and recover anything situated with that. Have you all done the level up stuff? Is there any information or guidance you need?
Nope.
I don't
I'm
think
good.
so.
I think I
I'm
just
good.
need to add a spell, but otherwise I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
In that
A-okay.
case, the end of the previous session, I believe, if memory serves, that something was said that might be pertinent to this.
I don't know. I was throwing around a lot of things last week.
Yeah, Zagrax. What was it? What did you say?
So yeah, Zagrax, what did you say?
Something to the effect of
Elora, why are you a clay person?
Oh, yeah.
Or is that
And
why
then you
you
fell
turned
asleep.
into clay? Or
Yeah.
you are clay, made of clay?
I don't remember
Yeah.
what was the specific stuff that was said, but it was somebody said something. It's like, "Oh, is that why you're made of clay?" As Zagrax fell asleep.
Yeah.
So yes, you were interrogating Elora about her background and precisely how she came into possession of the lantern and her connection with Iduash. And as a part of that, you said that you came across this lantern while fighting off a group of muggers and then reached out for a weapon to biff them over their heads. And the thing you happened to grab was a lantern. And then as you said that, Zagrax, you said, "Is that why you're made of clay?"
Yep.
You're welcome.
That was your reply. Yep.
Fell
No!
asleep.
No!
Oh, cool. That works.
Elora will roll over to face you wherever you are. And be like, what?
Every
What do you
time you're
mean?
almost dead, you melt.
What? You mean my body was on fire and my skin was melting?
No, I've seen that. This was different.
Oh, that's bad.
Like a candle melting, if you will.
It does tend to do that.
Did you all see that?
No,
I don't know that I
I don't
have.
really pay attention, though.
Yeah, I don't think I
Well,
have.
I don't know. Obviously, I'm not going to know if I turn into clay when I die because I'm dead.
Irilyssa
So-
may have, actually, because you stabilized Elora when Zagrax dragged her clear.
Mm-hmm.
But also in the
Shoved her clear, not dragged. Key
Yeah.
difference.
but also in the chaos of the moment, you may not have recognized what that
What
was.
happening?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe it's just another gift from Iduash.
Well, it's a good thing you weren't the one to fall in the river, or you might have just washed away.
Perhaps it's something that you should speak with him about.
Well, I guess.
You have to talk to him about how to steal that heart anyway.
I don't think.
Exactly.
I mean, the heart's really big, but you have a lantern that makes you tiny to fit inside it, so just make the heart tiny in there and then hand it to him.
It's on
I
fire.
think the problem is that I can't touch it.
Why not?
It's
It's
really
on
hot.
fire.
Well, yeah, but just touch the lantern to it? I don't know.
I don't want
It's
to melt the
magic.
lantern.
It's magic. Your lantern's magic. Iduash is magic. You cast magic. It's all magic. Just do the magic stuff.
No.
It's a lot better than trying to actually physically haul the heart around and take it somewhere.
All I heard was
Plus-
magic. What?
Yeah, magic just does things. Make it do the thing.
I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, that's why you asked your boss.
I also don't get to pick when I talk to him. You know that, right?
No.
Well, I don't.
Oh.
Oh.
You
He's
don't
not
listen.
always there. He is in prison. We saw him.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that, but you also have like a mystical connection to him, so
Mhm.
Yeah, and when I
I guess it's different.
when I used the slug earlier, I just ended up confusing Danica.
Well,
Okay. Well, don't you talk to him when you're in your lantern?
Well, sometimes if he's there, she'll
tomorrow
look at her lantern.
Why don't you
I could.
write a
Is it
note?
glowing?
Hop in your lantern, and if he's not there, just leave him a note like, "Hey, found a dragon heart. What
I
do?"
don't-
Question mark.
I don't have enough energy to do that right now.
Also, well,
Irilyssa, take a letter.
I'll take Z. Anyway, tomorrow
Wait, that's
I
my
can.
letter.
Well, okay.
The letter in your name.
This is all very silly. Anyway, tomorrow I can try and send him a message if you'd like.
I guess.
I don't know if it would reach him.
Okay. I mean, maybe. Or I'll try. I don't know.
Oh,
I-
you can do something like that?
Well, not like you can.
Oh.
I can only do that with Danica. But if he happens to be in the lantern, then I can talk to him.
Well, if he's not there, I can try and say that he needs to speak with you. We have questions about the heart.
Sure, but I mean, the thing is, I don't think he'll. I don't think he has enough power to just visit me whenever he wants to.
He would once he yanks that heart out. So
Yeah, I know.
now would be an
Apparently,
opportune time,
he has enough power to change your hair color every time he shows up.
right? And to allow you to poof in and out of that lantern.
Right. Though I can't right now.
Why not?
I'm far too weak.
Oh,
Or is it the next day? It's not the next day. No.
No, it's still night.
It's fine.
okay. Well, good night.
There are worries for tomorrow.
This whole time, Zagrax has been like slowly and not at all stealthily trying to crawl over and just like pokes Elora a couple of times to make sure she's not clay. Kind of like stares at her for a second and then just kind of like crawls back into his bed, just rolls over and falls asleep.
I don't think I'm clay normally.
Sure,
I
We could-
like clay to me.
We could bring you to the brink of death to do some tests.
I
We're
would
already
rather
there right
not.
now.
Well,
Well,
maybe
that's too far.
that's just how the power manifests.
I don't know.
Because
It could be.
like my hair can change and I can change sizes or more if he decides so.
Mm.
Lots of gifts.
Laura's gonna lay down on the bed and just like stare at her hands like, are these made of clay? Just going like this.
Eve.
Give me a will save.
Okay.
Oh no! And the hands are gone.
You mean wisdom save?
Yes.
Okay. 22.
They seem to be like hands.
Okay, good.
These are strong hands.
Then she'll try to fall asleep, but she's kind of concerned. But she is really tired, so I don't think anything is going to prevent her from sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, at this
Except for,
point,
like-
having just faced off against the dragon, the king, the demon, the mind flayer, the ant guy, like, you guys... Oh, and, of course, the mushroom. Yeah, you guys are knackered. Like, barely keeping awake even as you're talking through this.
Knackered, yes. It wouldn't be my first word choice, but I do love it.
That's pretty standard British for extremely tired.
Oh, I know.
So you settle down in the elevator room, sometimes woken by the mechanical clanking as the elevator continues its eternal cycle going up and down. There's several times a gust of ice-cold wind blowing in through the open arrow slits into the room, but most of you are so tired that you barely get yourselves into your bedrolls, and gentle snores flow through the room. And before you really recognize it, you open your eyes again. It's still cold. There's a definite frost hanging in the air, as there always is here in Icewind Dale. But it might be another day. You don't really know, because you went to sleep at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Still dark
As
down
long
here.
as we
Who knows?
feel rested, it feels
Yeah.
like the day's gone.
It feels like you've been, resting for quite a while. Some of you may have been sitting up, like just inspecting your equipment, getting a meal out of your ration, speaking of which, each of you uses a ration.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But it does seem like time has passed and it's now the next day.
Anyone got any spare rations?
Yeah, I'll give you one. There you go.
Don't
Thanks.
forget about your kin and Zagrax's kin. I can't remember either of their names.
Okay, 2 more down. Gotcha.
Yes, because they... Actually... Yeah, the Durgar would have stolen their food supply, so yes, they don't have any.
Okay. Do they need to eat? Yeah, I guess they do.
No, they're
Need to
they're
eat.
NPCs. They don't need to be. They don't need to eat. They'll be
Wow.
full. They already have. They have an infinite ration pack.
If only that were true.
They haven't earned it yet. They need to work harder.
I don't know about that.
Right.
How hard do you need them to work? Like that was like we helped fight a dragon. That's not good enough.
Nope.
And one of them even killed the dragon.
Oh no.
Get back to work.
Keep thinking that, buddy.
This guy's
It'll
like, I
never
don't
go
work
through.
for you.
Then you don't eat for me.
As you awaken Zagrax, you do notice that Swift Runner is just lying herself against the wall opposite, and you feel yourself awaken more out of the feeling that somebody is watching you than necessarily you coming awake. And you do look around, and immediately you just see that she's just sat there watching you.
And I assume the bite still is quite sore.
Oh yes, it doesn't seem to be bleeding anymore, but it still hurts a lot.
Hey.
Oh, I was hoping that would calm down a bit overnight.
How is the neck?
Freedom. Feels like I've got an ember stuck in there or something.
I'm afraid it's a wee bit more than an ember. And she kind of glances around at the cultists who are currently looking out. Oh, sorry, the Knights of the Black Sword looking out of the arrow slits. You know what they are.
We know.
We know.
Oopsies.
Looking out the arrow slits out into the cold beyond. We'll need to talk more about it when we leave this place, but you're in for a few changes.
Oh, that sounds fun. Are they all this painful?
No, the pain should fade with time, but that injury is not a normal one. It'll take a bit longer to heal up.
Remind me not to get injured like this again.
You mind if I take a look? I want to make sure it's not getting infected.
Sure, be my guest.
And he'll go and remove whatever bandaging is still on it.
Okay. And she helps you with that. Even though her massive size, her touch is actually surprisingly gentle, and she gets the bandage off and looks at it, like pokes gently some of the edges of the wound. And as you look down at it, you can now clearly see that it's teeth marks.
What bit me?
I think you mean who? I did. It was the only way I knew to bring you back.
Well, thanks then, I guess. But also, ow.
Don't worry, I didn't take a chunk out of you like some others.
Who did? Oh, yeah.
Just keep it wrapped up for now. Like I said, we'll need to have a wee bit of a talk when we leave this place and away from some of the prying ears.
Okay. For now, it'll just hurt.
Whatever
He'll go about wrapping it up.
Whatever salve Sahazar put on it, you may want to see if he's got some more. Actually seems to have done some good. No sign of infection, at least.
Zagrax will like kind of stealthily, but not at all because he can't stealth. Look over and see if Sahazar heard any of that. What she just said. He doesn't want him to see the satisfaction of it working.
Give me a perception check.
I ain't gonna see shit.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't going. Nope.
You can't even find him.
As you
He's gone.
look over to where Sahazar is lying himself against the wall, you just get a faint snore.
As much as I don't want to ask him about it, if you're saying it's helping a lot, then... Okay.
He knows his craft, as many wanderers do.
Why does it have to be him, though? I guess he owes me a few more for saving his life.
Well, that's something between you and him.
Yeah.
That was just kind of like sit there for a while waiting for Sahazar to wake up, if he ever notices.
And some of the rest of the party start to come too, but Sahazar's just snoring gently away. And with that, the rest of you begin to come to as well. Uh-oh.
No, we got to go back down.
Yeah,
Why?
No, I don't think we do.
Yeah, we got to grab the heart.
It's not gonna go anywhere.
I'll go into my lantern, but he's probably not there.
Well,
You keep saying that.
you want me to send the message first?
Yes.
So, we have any parchment? I can write a note, so you can leave him a note.
It'll come back out with me, though.
Not if you leave it there.
No.
What? You can't just leave things there?
No.
You can't use it as like a storage space for like your stuff?
No. Every object that comes in with me then comes out.
What if you took in a crayon and drew on the walls? Would the
I'm
drawing
not
stay?
going to draw on the walls. It's his space.
That's why you write a note on the walls. You don't actually draw anything.
No.
No, that wouldn't work? Or no, you don't want to do it?
I'm not going to write on the walls.
My brain hurts.
Then you can write it on, I don't know, what's in there? A table?
No. It's
What is
actually
in there?
mostly just like pillows and
Pillows?
curtains.
That sounds great, actually.
I'm gonna
Yes.
walk away and find somewhere quiet to send this message.
Okay.
There are
Smart.
tables, but she's not telling you that.
Also, I'm like making sure that these cultists can't hear me.
These knights, you mean?
These knights can't hear me
Ah, yes.
either.
I mean, you're able to go into that end room. There are no current Knights of the Black Sword in there. It is a fairly... I mean, all of the chambers you've seen so far in this fortress are very Spartan, but this one is slightly nicer than some of the others. There's a large invisible desk right in the middle of this room, with a cot on one side of the room as well, and the heavy double doors, and you can just shut those. And then it's just you and the light wind coming in through the arrow slit.
Alright. So I'm going to cast Sending,
Okay.
and I'm going to say, Lord Iduash, Elora needs an audience with you. We found the dragon heart.
Over.
And then she'll just wait.
Six hours later.
She'll wait like 5 minutes. She doesn't
Give me a
get
second.
anything.
You will get it
Okay.
back a lot quicker. I'm just trying to work out
Okay.
if Notepad actually
Takes
tells
a
me any
moment, yeah.
words this is.
You just get snoring back.
No, okay.
Hang on, let me... Word, that usually shows word count. 25. That's exactly how many you can send, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Planned. Calculated.
How many words is?
You get back. You have done well, my friend. You will need to bring it to the cavern and use it to melt the brazier to release me.
Okay. Irilyssa is just gonna come back out and she's just gonna give this look of just exasperated.
Did he respond?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, that's
That's-
neat.
good. What did he say?
We need to take the item that he requested to the
Yeah.
cavern
Oh,
that he's
Which-
in.
Oh,
so
not all.
that's what I thought he would say.
Yeah.
He's not like the type to just give us the answers.
Well,
Looks like I'll need that
trying
gun.
didn't hurt.
No.
And we also know that actually what he's asking for.
That's true. Well, he didn't seem to know what it was, but if you said what it was, it probably rang a bell. So,
Then I'll need that gauntlet to pick it up because I don't think the gauntlet's going to melt.
you're gonna carry it?
But
Mhm.
the chunks of the thing melted in the lava.
Yeah,
Right.
I guess. But
Also, how are you going to carry that?
with
The heart
my
itself's
hand.
like actually really big, isn't it?
Yes, so... how would you describe how big a dragon heart is?
Well, what size
Bigger
was the
than
dragon?
Tahko.
Well,
It
you said it was
is-
large, right?
4x4, which is huge. I mean, the heart itself, yeah, is probably large.
Large, so the heart is like the size of a horse.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're not
Really?
talking like a normal size heart here. We're talking like
Yeah, it's like
In fact, no, I think saying it's the size of a horse is probably too much. It's probably the size of like a human.
a
Okay.
human.
So
mean, I
medium
can-
size.
It's no stretch to say that I'm the strongest one here. I don't know if I can carry it easily, but I think I can carry it. I don't think we have anything that we can put it on that won't melt, except for maybe the gauntlet. The gauntlet might be able to touch it and not melt. Otherwise- Otherwise, I just have to kick and roll it as we go along, and that'll probably beat it up pretty bad.
Well, okay.
Is there room for it to even fit down these hallways, down these passages, up the elevator?
I mean, it's the
Ooh.
size of one of you, so yeah.
Yes, you would be able to.
Yeah, but keeping it away from yourself at the same time, if it is so hot.
Yeah, it's gonna melt you.
There's a lot of me to melt. I can keep healing myself.
If it doesn't melt you, it'll set you on fire. I mean, I found it out to my own deprivation when I tried to climb over the thing.
Well,
I don't have a whole lot of hair, so that's fine.
you
There's
know,
also no guarantee that Grandalfa will let us take it.
that's true.
Well, we haven't told her yet. Maybe we could
Also-
wrap it in cellophane.
Yeah, then what was our part of the
Also,
bargain for bringing
do we
the
know the exact
round?
location?
No.
We
just about
don't.
to say that. Where the heck are we bringing it? Even if we can,
We don't know
move
where it is. We teleported there.
Well, the important
we-
thing is to get it out of here first.
If we
And
could
do
find
what?
another one of those rings.
I mean, I don't want to have to. Well, I don't really care, but it would be inconvenient to have to kill all the Duragar in the process before we hand over command of this place to whatever her name is. Because as far as she knows, we're still working on killing the king. Let's get the heart out of here so we don't have to ask later or deal with her upset about it later.
So
Brain spark. Why don't we
Yeah?
ask Danica? Wouldn't she know? She's like the smartest person we know.
I guess I
She
could
might have an
ask
idea
her.
of how to get a fire dragon heart.
Yeah, she might know stuff about the dragon heart. Maybe you can fit inside one of those tubes that has the goo.
Danica does have the intelligence of the many.
Yeah, and those maybe the goo is like a fire suppressant.
I guess I can
Many
ask
is
her.
more than less than
Breathing
us.
suppressant.
I
It's
have
infinitely
another
more than
idea, but
Zagrax.
I'll ask her first because
Wait,
she's
what?
smarter than me. All right, slug on head then.
A very slug on head moment.
It's a slug on head moment. Yeah.
It's like in
No, Elora.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I forgot to say this. Once we were up and like settled down, Elora would have told Danica, "Sorry for the confusion. We're going to stay here for the night."
Okay.
She would have known.
she's got the taxi out. Like, come on, where are you?
Yeah.
Where are these guys? Come on.
They
Yeah.
charge by the hour. Come on.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to say that.
All good.
But I guess she's back to talking to Danica anyway. Hey, Danica, Ascended, are you there?
Yes, we are here.
Oh, wonderful. So I think we'll be leaving sometime soon. But before you start heading here, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know anything about handling and transporting a dragon heart? It's like the size of a person.
We are aware that there are uses for such things, and there are ways of transporting them. It would somewhat depend on what kind of creature the heart is from.
Actually, she'll ask aloud. It's from a red dragon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a red heart, sure.
It's from a red dragon. So it's really hot.
So it would ignite anything around it and possibly melt.
Yeah.
We may have a couple of suggestions, and she goes quiet for a moment, and then probably 40 seconds or so later returns. One method would be to levitate it
Oh.
As soon as you begin moving it while it is levitated, it should continue moving in that direction. Then you would just need to prod it for changes of direction.
Oh, okay.
Another would be to contain it somehow.
Like a lantern.
Can't stay lantern.
Just light all the pillows on fire.
The main
So angry.
The main problem with transporting such an item would be the heat, so if you have a way of negating heat or protecting yourselves against heat.
That's a good point. Yeah.
We do have access to some spells. We may be able to help in this matter, but I don't know how long they would last.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your help anyway. I think maybe I can convince some of the Duragard to tell me how they got it into this citadel in the first place. Then maybe I could find a containment vessel.
If they are feeling talkative, then that is possible. How is it contained at the moment? Is it from a freshly slain dragon, or?
It's kind of like mounted. It's like on like a pedestal, right?
So the heart itself, you can't see how it's suspended, but it seems to be suspended within a stone structure. And then through the little vent, you can see it pumping away. And then, of course, there's the exit where the lava pours out. And every time the heart beats, lava comes out.
Oh, every time the heart beats.
It feels like it's being used to create lava. It's like in a cage on like a stone structure. And every time it beats, lava pours out.
Clearly the cage is warded against such heat. Is there a way of carrying that?
Maybe. Well, I know Tahko's going to try. I just don't want him to set on fire.
The heat would certainly be the biggest obstacle.
Right. Okay. Well, that gave us some ideas anyway.
Do let us know if we can help. And like we said, we do have access to some abilities which might help. Just ask.
Okay. Thank you, Danica. Ascendant. I will let you know when we are deciding to leave, so we can meet up.
We're just flying nearby at the moment.
Okay. Sounds good. I don't think we'll be too much longer, so thank you.
Stay safe.
Thank you. You too. Okay. And then she'll take off the slug.
What'd you say?
Danica says we should levitate it.
Oh, that's a good idea. Can anybody do that? No?
Danica said she could possibly help. Or they could possibly help. I forget.
Okay.
Zagrax will like reach out and touch whoever's closest to him and like close his eyes and think really hard.
Nope, I can't levitate anything.
They also said if we can contain it somehow to turn the heat level down, that would help a lot.
I like that. It's a good plan.
How do you turn the heat down on a heart that's still beating?
I don't know.
Make it
I mean,
not.
You could put it in ice. There's enough of it around.
That's true.
Would it just melt the ice?
Well, it can
Get
only
some
melt
more.
so much
We're in
ice.
Icewind Dale. There's enough of it around.
That's true.
There's a lot of snow.
Oh.
I kind of wish we had kept that ring.
Yeah, but Zagrax threw it away.
That's okay.
Zagrax. First you
What?
touch it, then you throw it.
Well, we were transported to the Idawash's prison because of that Chardalin ring you touched.
Yeah, I'm not touching rings ever again because of that.
It sure would have been convenient, though.
Yeah, we don't even know where his prison is, so we might be dragging this heart around for a while.
That's
We
why I
have a
thought.
General idea.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Out in the
Because when
tundra
we-
somewhere.
Yeah,
It was in the mountains, wasn't it?
because
yeah.
we used the summer star, and we could see where that was centered around when we got teleported out.
I mean, if anybody's got an idea, if there's any kind of landmark you remember seeing, There's a lot that happened, and that was a while ago.
I just remember dragons and guys who wouldn't die.
Yeah.
I don't want to see those guys again.
I don't know if it'll work, but I do know that after we did that, we used the Dawn Star. Is that what it was called? The Dawn Star.
Summer Star.
Yeah, the Summer Star.
We made it. We could call it the Dawn Star.
In that area, it weakened Arl, and Idoash said he would grant a wish. But I wished for something kind of dumb. But maybe if we can defeat Arl, I can wish for something good, like the heart being teleported to him.
Well, if we defeat Arl, then I don't think we'll have any problems
Yeah,
anymore.
I think that's more of his wish than yours.
So your plan at the moment is just to defeat a god. Nothing like ambition.
She's in our way.
We're working on it, okay?
Now, this is what
Wasn't that kind of
Zagrax
the
hired
goal
us
anyway?
for.
Not going the best, but
I mean, Elora, I'm surprised you don't have more ideas about this.
Well,
I mean, you didn't seem to have much trouble dragging Horus's heart around.
what? That's nothing to do with anything! This is a dragon heart!
Yeah.
Like
you
a
have
literal
Horus's
heart!
Why would you do that? People need that to
Literally.
live.
Oh dear.
I love how your voice just went up an entire octave for that.
Yeah.
Zagrax is gonna like scoot back a couple of feet because he's convinced that Elora like just literally stole his heart.
But he's still living.
Yeah, witchcraft.
Impressive.
Witchcraft.
The
Oh,
weirdest thing you've done.
You want me to ask
it's true.
Danica Ascendant to come and help, or we
Yes.
might just
I'd-
have to leave it here for a little while.
No.
But-
think
Well,
Wouldn't we want to know where we want to take it to first? Because I have a feeling having a rather large object that will incinerate anything that gets near it is probably not the most useful thing to just have lying around.
well,
somewhere.
she's stored it somewhere.
Well, look, it's currently suspended downstairs, which means they have some kind of material that doesn't melt from it. All we need to do is to get more of that material to carry it in or store it in, and then go hide it someplace. Or just start a new volcano. That's fine. Just find a
Sure.
big valley and throw it in there. I mean, as long as it's not going to melt an entire town, I'm sure any of the towns would be glad to have it because, you know,
Yeah, but the problem is
warm.
then taking it away from them.
Well, we did
Well-
kill a king.
and we did provide it to begin with, so we have dibs.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
How's that going with our cauldron?
mm-hmm.
I'm still getting paid for it.
Are you?
When was the last time you collected?
When's the last time you had any soup?
We've done a lot in a very short amount of time. More time
Mm.
needs to pass before I can get paid again.
I'd take some soup.
I would
Well, you
also
could have
say.
had soup every day.
Yeah.
Seems like a
Yeah.
bad trade.
It's helping out the town. It's a sacrifice I was willing to make. Either that
No,
or
you
I have to
weren't.
kill a lot of people.
You were not willing to make that sacrifice.
It was that or kill a lot of people.
Didn't
Yeah.
you say it was stolen from you?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you didn't really make a sacrifice, you just lost it.
We brokered a deal. It was
After
break
it was stolen from you.
Yes, it was
Um,
make a deal, or I'd have to kill a lot of people, and we'd all be in trouble because I killed the speaker of a town.
surprised you
No.
made the deal.
We wouldn't be in trouble. You would be in trouble.
Yeah, it was that got it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Also, Tahko, I don't think you would have won. Sorry to say, but that guy's bodyguard is scary.
Yeah, but he's not. I mean, All I'd have to do is get to him first. It wouldn't be that hard. I mean, his
don't think
bodyguard
I-
might kill me afterwards, but he's still a
I-
pile of goo first.
Have you seen him? He's looking into your soul. He knows what you're going to do before you do it.
Look, I gooed a lady that had ballistas pointed at us. I think I can handle one bodyguard.
She was also ancient.
I mean, he isn't the first, speaker of a town I've turned to goo. Okay, it's a non-issue. Anyway, it's neither here nor there now at this point.
Walking around
Are we going to get the? Are we going to
it's
try to
definitely over
find a
there.
containment area? Or
Yeah, I'm going to go
Jarard,
down and
the thing.
with Irilyssa and the mitt and see if I can't pick it up with the mitt or if the mitt starts melting.
No. Can we talk about the fact that if we go back down there, there's no guarantee we're not going to just be attacked again?
Then we kill people. We can kill people all the time. I don't care.
What were we being rewarded for killing the king?
Nothing.
Does
That's why we're
anybody
stealing
remember?
the heart.
We killed the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
So
I did.
And it's
Whatever.
a grand tale.
Details.
Cabanuk and the Dawnbreakers. Aye.
Bringers.
Close enough.
Bringers.
Bringers, breakers. Cabanuk and the Dawnbringers breaking the dragon.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
dragon
not bad.
breakers.
Dawnbringers, Dragon Breakers. Got it.
do any of us have like cold magic though? We could just cool it down.
Yeah, but that might
Icy
kill it.
magic? Well,
I-
we'd be careful.
We don't want to
Try
break its heart like you broke Oris's heart.
She just glares at you.
I could use my breath weapon.
Oh,
I am a white dragonborn after all.
I would also offer,
But Zagrax kind of sticks out his hand and just very not actually using his breath, but small puff of breath, and it burns his hand. And he's just like, ow.
what if we don't
my breath is no longer cold, I guess.
What if we don't use it on it? What if we just use it around it to cool it down?
Cooling the,
Much better idea.
the cage around it.
That might cause the cage to explode. But okay,
That
we
would
can
be
try
I
that.
don't know.
These are all ideas we can try.
I'm just trying to offer.
I mean,
I
when
guess
you
I
mix
could ask
something
around.
cold with something hot very quickly.
I could see if any of the Duergar knew how they got it in there.
Yeah, does anyone want to kidnap the guy on the top floor?
No.
No, you've put him through enough.
No, I haven't.
I could
Well,
go
if he would
ask
be the one
him.
to talk to, then I wouldn't be.
We could go ask him.
I mean, you can ask him and then make him come down, whether he wants to or not.
I don't want to force him.
Well, we need this done for your guy. I mean, we could just
Okay.
leave it, but we need to get this out of here either way at some point. So I think now is better than later.
Okay. Zagrax, will you come with me?
Wait, what are we doing?
Talk to the guy upstairs.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I won't be much help because I can't talk to him.
Yeah, but I just don't want to die.
Why can't you talk to him?
Okay.
You can't speak Dwarvish?
Oh, well, you could, hold his arms and force him onto the elevator.
I mean, I could.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was also invisible.
I'm gonna go
Yes,
now.
that's true.
Not intangible.
Okay, so you head over to the elevator and wait until it starts chunking upwards, and you jump on, and it starts ascending.
Yay, ascending.
And then
Yay.
eventually the elevator reaches the top, and you're now overlooking the top of the fort, the citadel.
As we're going up, Zagrax is just gonna giggle to himself.
Hey, Zagrax ascending.
She'll just look at you and smile.
He totally doesn't realize that you heard him.
Thank you for that.
She won't say anything. Then she's gonna try to go to his forge area or his workshop. That's what the word is.
Okay, so you head over to the workshop, and the doors are currently shut.
Okay. She'll knock on the door.
You hear like the rattle of tools from inside.
Nobody answers.
No.
Okay. She'll try to open the door then.
You open the door and it swings open.
Okay. Hello? She'll say in Dwarvish.
It's an empty room.
Of
Oh.
course it is.
Hello?
You were hearing stuff like a second ago, right?
Yeah? He probably would.
Okay, I'm not crazy.
Zagrax to like walk into the room, just kind of like tiptoeing, like there's a
Hold
ghost in
on.
here or something.
Hold on.
Is the room still? I assume the room's still pretty trashed.
It has actually been like fixed up a little bit. There are still like the ruins of the damage you did into this place, but like one of the workbenches has been turned back over and has a couple of the tools lined out on it.
Okay. Thanks for helping me, Mordred.
Mhm.
Elora's going to direct her detect thought spell to try to find the person, the Duergar's direct actual location. I can't say this word.
Tough. Use mind. Find.
That's what you direct your thoughts towards Zagrax, and that stuttering is what you're gonna hear going on in his head.
Yeah, she's like, oh gosh, there's too much going on in that head.
One would think it would be empty, but it's not. It's just confusion.
Okay, give me a
Man,
second.
this guy works quick. Tahko pretty well wrecked this place,
Probably his livelihood.
considering the way he screamed. Yeah. Zagrax
Zagrax will like walk around and like pick up some tools or whatever, and just kind of like look at them, and then like after he's done looking at him, nonchalantly like throw him over his shoulder and just kind of keep walking around.
You nonchalantly pick up one of the tools and whew, clank, 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 clank. You head over to another.
Why are you doing that?
Well, he's not using them, and I want to see what they do.
Okay. Can I tell where they are then? by
No, you
that
can just
method?
say you just know that there is somebody nearby, and you can, like read their thoughts if you want to delve deeper.
Okay. You're right.
Any of like the super fancy looking stuff, he's not gonna toss. He'll like kind of gently set back on the ground.
Yeah, she'll probe his brain to try to get like. She'll ask, "Where are you?" in his head.
Ollie ollie ox free.
That's his laugh.
He's gonna be spooky.
Nice.
You get the impression back after having just the I'm not here, I'm not here, I'm not here, I'm not here. And it fades slowly.
Oh, he's going.
He's regressing into himself.
Zagrax, just search the room. I'll search the room too, but don't destroy everything.
Okay.
Give me an investigation check.
We'll just start looking.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, we're not gonna fight.
I'm like
Awesome.
destroying shit.
No,
Not
we're not
meaningfully,
gonna
just
fight.
like
Wow, exceptional.
And I just want to say he
Great.
rolled a natural
Ouch.
20 on his stealth check, so
Oh my god.
yeah, nothing.
Those little dragons rolls. Let's go.
Zagrax is gonna like turn around and stuff, and his tail's just gonna like break everything off of a desk at some point.
At one point,
You also hit
Elora will just be
Elora.
like, "I just have a question."
You get back silence and you can no longer detect their presence.
All right. It's like,
Nice.
oh, he's not here.
Wow.
Well, he is here. I know you're here, but I can't find him.
Well, it's too bad. We'll have to figure out how to move a dragon heart
Pause for effect.
some other way.
A sudden clatter from behind you, Zagrax, makes you whirl around, and the hammer that you just thrown over there has just slipped down and fallen over.
There's
Grab.
Zagrax just like
Grab.
it goes. It flops over. Zagrax like eeps a little bit when he whips around.
No.
Wait, what?
No. Go over there. Go over there. Grab him. He's invisible.
Zagrax like runs over there like wildly trying to grab.
Give me an athletics
like a
check.
human size, and then he's like, "Wait a minute, they're dwarves," and so he starts further down.
Give me an athletics check.
Nice.
Oh.
So you just rugby tackle the workbench that's over there, the turned over one, put it in a really big bear hug.
Yep.
And you have a very, very solid grip on this table right now. It's not going to get away.
I got something.
That's a table.
Oh, I thought you said get the. Okay.
So I would like put it down and just kind of like the back on it's flipped over. Look at it for a second, stand it back up, pat it a little bit, and then just like walk off.
Look, I'm not trying to be threatening. I genuinely just have a question. And I'll never
Hey, but
bother
if he was that
you
table, he wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
after you help me with my question.
Just saying.
If he was that table.
It's like, maybe I should have brought somebody else.
Hey man, you asked for me to join you.
You seemed like a good bodyguard.
You reach out into the
Fine.
ether with your thoughts and...
Yeah, he's gone. Fine.
Hmm.
He's gone. Come on.
Wow. We could smash his stuff and see if he shows up again.
If you want to, I'm not going to stop you.
I have.
Hey,
an
we
idea.
won't smash your stuff if you answer the question. He's totally gone.
So Zagrax is just gonna pull out his hammer just in two hands. And he's just gonna go
Well,
and say really loudly,
I guess the only thing to do is break his workshop again.
and then he's just gonna go and swing the hammer like just in the middle where there's nothing, and just swing the hammer down to make it make as loud of a boom as possible.
Okay, so you swing the hammer down with great strength, slamming it right into the middle of this room. And there is the clank, poof, as the secondary force impact shatters a large chip of the floor away, sending sparks and shards of stone all around.
Nothing?
After a moment, the ricochets stop. And you feel a little bit lucky that you didn't get hit by a shard of stone there.
Yeah,
That will never get old.
that's scary.
Did you guys close the door behind you when you came in?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's why
Don't
he got
ask.
out of the way.
Don't ask. I've been waiting.
Yeah.
Oh,
The thing is, I know that.
And just in the
Elora
distance, you can hear the
are the best.
ka-ching, 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 ka-ching.
Yeah.
Ha!
Oh, was that our ride?
Yeah. Well, it'll come back. It's fine. Probably.
Well, I'm waiting. I might actually break something.
Zagrax like walk out the
whatever.
door and just sit down outside.
We can
outside
just
of the
tell
door.
Tahko and Irilyssa that we couldn't find them, and then they can be mad at us, and then I don't know. They can do whatever they want to do.
I got that table in.
Yeah, you got that
Well,
table real good.
That's all I got.
We'll just have to find him elsewhere.
So yes, you are just
Maybe.
sitting amongst the ruins of this workshop now with the shattered floor in the middle. A little bit of a crater formed there.
Okay.
It'll be
Let's-
really easy to convince them you're not
let's
trying to like destroy stuff
go.
again later.
We'll wait and Zagrax will like any of the little shards that are kind of around it, just kind of like brush them back into the hole. Like it doesn't anywhere close to fill it back up again, but just a couple of shards back into the hole, maybe like a hammer. Like, okay.
Okay, so yeah, you start just pushing some of the debris and rubble back in. Now there's just this mixture of chips of wood, chips of stone, like half a table leg, just filling this little hole in the ground now.
Well, now I wish Tahko hadn't destroyed all his stuff. He might have been a bit more reasonable. At this point,
Good
I'm just
attitude.
waiting for the lift to come back up.
Okay.
Yep.
And
After doing that, just squat.
after
Yeah.
about 5 minutes, it does come back up, and you're able to jump aboard and head back down to the middle room, if that's where you're going.
Yep.
Yep.
We couldn't find him.
We heard a loud boom. Are you two okay?
Oh, we're fine.
Well, while you were up there, we'd probably just head straight down.
Yeah, you might have headed straight down.
Yeah.
Okay,
Then I would've
so
joined you later.
as it looks like you're getting ready to set off as a whole group, one of the Black Swords who's been looking out the arrow slits turns to the group and just says, before you go, Fel wanted to have a word with you when you were ready to set off. You find him still in the map room.
Oh,
We
okay.
could ask him.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, I guess we could talk to him.
He told
Alright.
us not to interrupt you while you were resting. You looked pretty beaten up last night, but yeah, he wants a word.
Okay. All right.
Only
Let's go
one.
do that.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so you head up to the map room again, the centre of the chamber dominated by that very accurate representation of the 10 towns with the metal grooves along which the dragon follows if you pull the right levers. And just sitting on one end of the table, just looking over it and idly fiddling with one of the Duragar models that's on the table, Fel looks up at you as you file into the room. Are Zagrax and Elora there? Or are they still upstairs?
They're probably still upstairs.
Yeah.
So you're going to head down right as they were leaving, too.
Yeah, I guess.
As we're coming in and see him idling with it, I'll be like, see, I'm not the only one that likes figurines.
So I hear you came to some success downstairs.
That's the rumor. Don't let the other Duragar know.
I'm sure she already knows.
Yeah, considering there's a lot of Duragar there, and I'm sure that some of them were following her.
Yeah, but she's locked in a room. These guys have control of the entrance. Right.
There's another. Never mind, I'm not there.
There are still a sizable number trapped in the barracks up here, as well as
Yeah.
Grandolpha in her chambers.
Yeah, as long as Grandolpha doesn't know, then Grandolpha's still waiting. So we can continue searching for what we need to find.
I
If you
would
would be
agree
so
regardless.
kind as to shut the doors so we may have a little more privacy, perhaps we can be a bit freer in what we say.
Oh, okay. I'll close the door.
Okay.
There we go.
And his eyes light up for a second with just a pale blue, almost white intensity, and he just looks around the room, nods to himself. We are alone.
Okay. We're going to steal the dragon heart.
And in fact, I'm going to say that these two have left the room. I know you're not in the room at the moment, but I'm just doing that for my own things. The dragon heart, you say? The centre of the forge?
Yep.
Very well. I see no reason why you shouldn't.
All right.
And what is the status of the Duragar downstairs? Have they been annihilated?
There's
them.
some. Yeah, they're basically broken since we killed the king. They're just milling about, aimless. So we've been just ignoring them.
So you do not consider them to be a threat anymore?
Not at the moment. I mean, you can kill them all if you want, but
I think it's
once the
What?
dragon and the king are dead, we just kind of lost interest in that.
I think it's wise to say that they are still a threat. Under Grandolpha, they are still a threat.
It could be. Absolutely.
Of course. Duragar should never be underestimated.
Mm-hmm.
Though Grandolpha did seem to be more inclined to peace than the now dead king.
Perhaps. There is always manipulation and poisoned words behind their entreaties for peace.
Sure, and if we take the dragon heart, they're not going to be able to remilitarize anytime soon if that's what they're using to forge stuff with.
True.
Indeed.
Then you could just kill them all if you want. I don't care either way.
Then I think that we are good.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Indeed it does.
Do you know any good way to carry a dragon heart?
With very thick gloves.
Yeah, we have one gauntlet. We're hoping that'll do. We'll have to give it a try. Anything
with
else
that-
you need from us?
He shakes his head and he just kind of flicks his wrist and one of the doors swings open.
Neat trick.
Good fortunes out there.
To you as well. All
And-
right.
As you leave, he just usually has a very carefully blank expression almost, and for the first time you just see this smile as you turn and leave.
He's not used to it.
Not the
Insight.
grin, not a smile. It's not like
Okay.
I want an insight check.
go for it.
He's evil.
13.
The insight, he's ready to kill some Duergar.
13. He's smiling.
All right. Good to know.
And as you guys filter out from the chamber, the two black swords that were now outside come back in, and they shut the door behind them.
Mm-hmm.
And
All
about
right.
this time, I would say, Zagrax and Elora, you return to the mid-floor to find just the black swords there. The rest of your companions are nowhere to be seen.
No. Did they
Wait,
already
they
go
left
down
us
to the
behind?
bottom? She'll ask the black swords.
Oh, no, they went to speak to Fel, just
Oh,
up there.
we probably should have done that.
In fact, here they come now.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Oh, hey. Did you find the mechanic?
No,
He's right. No.
he ran
Okay.
away.
Okay.
Threatened to break his stuff. He didn't show up.
As you didn't catch him, Zagrax.
Wait, you
Hey,
mean
I
he
tried.
hasn't been back there, or he was there and then he ran away when you got there?
He was there. He's not there now. So he's somewhere around here.
Oh, okay. Just doing his invisibility trick.
Yep.
All right.
Well, the workshop is kind of his nest. You might want to double back around. He's not going to stray far.
Well, we'll give him a while to get back to his nest, get comfy. Then we'll just surprise him.
I don't know.
Right now, we can try cold dragon breath and a gauntlet. Well,
How heavy do you think it is?
not more than a couple 100 pounds.
Oh,
You know, easy
Still
lifting.
pretty heavy.
I can't lift that then.
Well, I mean, if it's the size of a person and it's made of meat, it's probably at most 250 pounds.
How much
But it
can
is
I-
magic, so who knows?
Yeah, maybe it doesn't weigh anything at all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe it's weightless.
Has
Maybe it's
he always been this way?
Zagrax will turn to Swift Runner.
Pretty much. Aye.
I mean, maybe they permanently made it levitate because it's just a good idea.
Do you want me to ask if Danica can help then?
Yeah, we can ask on the ride.
Okay.
Well,
Just let her know that we're going to try, and we can also try tackling an invisible Duragard to get him to help. But if that
I would've
all
gotten
fails,
him.
we'll need her.
If a table didn't get in the way.
Mhm.
So what is the actual idea for transporting this? Yes, Danica can help. She might be able to do some magic, levitate it. Or just gonna carry it up and out.
If we can if there is a material that can carry this heart, and it won't melt, then we could just attach a chain to that and have it float under the Nautilus and just drop lava wherever we go.
I know this sounds horrible, but does Shardolin melt with it? Or did we
Yeah.
throw all that away?
We threw it in the lava, and the lava.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
It takes a slightly longer, but I mean, enchanted Shardolin might not. But we blew up the dragon, which is, I imagine, broke that enchantment.
Good.
Yeah, good. But hopefully the gauntlet will still hold up. All right, so we take the lift in reverse, the down.
Okay. And as you're, again, gathering, you hear footsteps from the hallway to the north of your room as multiple of the Black Swords seem to be moving around at this point. Far more activity than you've seen so far.
Okay, that's fine.
What'd you guys talk to Fel about? The
We'll
Black
talk
Swords
about
seem
that
to
on the
be
way down.
moving.
Oh, we just had a little chat about Duragar and how dangerous they are, and whether or not, they should pose a danger in the future. That's all.
I have a feeling
So,
that he's
the
going to
usual.
do something stupid.
Oh, yeah,
So
but
the usual.
I don't really care. So let's get that heart out of there before stupid happens.
And with that, you go into the elevator in two groups again, because there's a lot of you. One group goes down. 10 minutes later, the second group goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During that
Yeah.
time frame, Zagrax will wait with the round with Sahazar and ask him to, very begrudgingly ask him to have some more of that salve for his bite wound.
Salve.
Yes, I heard you talking about the salve having been useful. I was waiting for you to ask for some more. Here, and he just hands you a pot of the stuff.
Thanks. How do you hear more better than me when you're asleep? It makes no sense.
Your
I think
perception
he
of when
mutters to himself.
somebody is asleep and when they are awake is clearly lacking.
He actually just snores all the time while he's awake.
Zagrax just goes and stands in a corner away from him, behind the self a little bit, and then just kind of ignores him as we go down.
Do you know anything? I mean, as you're leaving, he just calls out, do you know anything about the bite?
No, not yet. If you're listening to the conversation, you know as much to me as I do.
Oh, I am quite certain I know more than you.
He'll just turn around and look at him really? Really?
Oh, do enlighten me, bright one.
Ooh.
You know what Swift Runner is.
Where something.
Indeed, a were something.
More aware than you are.
And where some things propagate through biting.
What does that mean for me?
You're
Oh,
pregnant.
come on, Zagrax, put the puzzle pieces together.
You're all gone unless you're waiting for the second round, because I'm assuming this is the
Whoever's
second round.
spoken is waiting for the second round. That's just
Yeah.
how it
Yeah.
goes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It means stay close to Swift Runner. You will need her guidance in the days and weeks to come.
Okay.
And through it all, remember who you are. Don't lose that.
There's one thing that I do remember. It is who I am.
We shall see. Something to talk of more later. The elevator is here. And with that, you all get onto the elevator, and Sahazar just kind of stands uncomfortably close to you, because there's nowhere else really to stand.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just kind of side-eyeing you at the moment, but not saying anything.
I think we both are at this point, just like that. We don't want to be next to each other, but we have no choice.
Yes.
Time to hug.
What was Zagrax like growing up?
I wouldn't know. I was not there.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, and the other person you could have asked dead.
Zagrax just gives him a big old stink eye.
Awkward.
It's you're all wedged together.
And yeah, Sahazar doesn't say anything, but you can see that cut. He, like, usually he's kind of boisterous and quite bold, but right now, like, his shoulders definitely sagged a bit. But he doesn't choose to respond.
Zagrax doesn't know. What does he notice that? Let's find out. No.
That would be insight, not perception.
Oh, okay. It's still got the same plus and minuses on it.
Okay, so no, you
Oh,
don't.
no. Oh, man. So once we reach that battle floor, I'll start making my way towards the heart.
You know, if we can't get it out, we can come back. It'll be annoying, but we can come back.
We assume that they're just going to let us march in and take the heart later. Once they've
No.
reestablished and...
I'm just saying we can come in and get it. I'm not saying it'll be great.
I
We
mean,
also assume that they're going to be liking us walking in and taking it now.
That's
I mean,
true.
the thing is, the Black Swords had to sacrifice a whole lot of themselves to breach that perimeter, and then it was only because they were let in
Yeah,
because
and
of the coup.
I think the Black Swords are gonna go and sacrifice a bunch of Duragard out as well. So
Okay.
So, what's the plan? Now that we're all together again?
Plan's a strong word. I'm going to go try and pick it up.
Alright. Seems reasonable. You want a hand with that?
I need a gauntlet. Can I borrow the gauntlet, Irilyssa?
I don't even know what it does.
Hopefully it picks up a dragon heart.
you can do that with hands too.
Yeah.
No, I can't. It's literally bleeding lava. You want to try?
Oh, is it your dumb idea?
It's my dumb idea. My dumb idea is part of that dumb idea is using the gauntlet.
Okay.
Okay.
So, how exactly are you picking it up? Because currently it's in a stone... Like, imagine a stone oven. That's what it is. There are little vents on it, which is what allows you to see in, and then there's the output, which is where the lava's pouring out. But you can't actually, unless you reach through one of the vents, like, hold it.
Is it big enough to pull it out of a vent?
No. The heart is bigger than the vents are.
Okay. Peeking in the vent, is there any way that it's suspended in there? How is it in there?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay, I have a special little monocle thing that gives me advantage on that too.
Okay. You may use it.
Before Tahko puts the gauntlet on, Zagrax will just kind of like pull out his hammer and shield and walk over to Swift Runner and just be like,
When he puts that gauntlet on, be ready to bonk him just in case that thing has mind control or something.
I'm not going to snap.
Like that you put it on, you turn it on and be like, everyone will die.
No,
and then he just straight Thanos snaps and we all
just
die.
half of everybody. Yeah.
And we're like, he's under mind control. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm just killing you guys.
Anyway, I peek in there. I got a 14.
You also take 5 points of fire damage for being in the proximity of the heat of this thing.
Oh, great.
And
Okay.
looking through the vents, it is a little bit hard to see down, but making as detailed a picture of it in your mind as you can, it doesn't seem to be supported by anything. It's hard to see if it's hanging or if it's like got a pedestal or something like that underneath it. But it's definitely not like chained to the sides or anything like that.
Okay. All right, we're going to need to open this up. Zagrax, could you please provide a little bit of? First off, is it all stone? Is there any kind of like hinge or anything to open it up and access it, or?
Seems to be solid stone.
Okay. Zagrax, do you think you could tap the corners a little bit so we could open this thing up and have a peek inside, please? Not so much to damage the heart, though.
Zagrax will like walk up as close as he feels comfortable, which I'm assuming is still pretty far away from it.
Yep. Give me a wisdom save.
Wow.
You're smart.
Ooh.
You're
Ow.
so
Hey, that-
smart.
As
You forgot
Zagrax
fire burn.
approaches
Fire pot.
the fire, spinning the warhammer in his hand, nervously getting closer, he starts to snarl. A guttural, low sound as he looks towards this thing, then looks towards Tahko, and then looks towards this thing. And as he does that, you see from between the scales of his body, hair begins to sprout out. A thick fur, white in colour, begins to come out. The hammer clatters down to the ground as your hands turn into claws. Your size begins to grow, the bones snapping and creaking as you shift into a bear. And as you do this, Swift Runner shouts out, "No! Get away from that thing!" And she starts to bodily pull you back from the fire, from the forge.
Okay, I'll help.
Stay away from him. He won't be able to control this. Just give us space right now. This is very dangerous. He is definitely not supposed to be doing this right now.
No, he shouldn't be
Okay,
at
all
all.
right.
Yeah,
How do you
I
know?
don't think it's safe for any of you to do that.
Back off. Get out of the room if you can. If he sees any of you when he's shifted, he might just see you as a meal, so get away from us now.
Okay, all right. All right, I'll take off for a little bit.
Vulwin will step away. His teeth are kind of bared a bit after seeing this transformation, but he's not going to turn and walk away. He's not turning his back on Zagrax bear.
Okay. And I need to let's go and move you all down to the downstairs room so we can actually see what that looks like, because I don't remember. There we go.
All right, so yeah, we're all milling about here. I'll probably just head off around into here, or into where we fought the mushroom.
Yeah, Swift Runner and Zagrax are going to go down this way.
Okay.
I noticed that Vulwin's not looking away. I'm just gonna help guide him so he doesn't like trip out anything.
Right.
No, it's fine. I'm not gonna trip.
Commences to trip.
He's like he's looking,
Yeah.
but he's basically keeping eyes so that like he's not gonna suddenly look over and like charge at us kind of thing. But I mean he's kind of still like side looking. He's just not trying to run away because that might, trigger something with.
Zagrax is like, as he's still shifting, Swift Runner's just grabbed him bodily and is just pulling him away. Zagrax is like scraping his claws into the ground, still trying to basically stop himself being moved, but the transformation is like so ugly at this point and so unexpected. He has no control over himself, and Swift Runner, being as burly as she is able to just pull him away, and they eventually disappear into the southern hallway. Although, yeah, they disappear into the southern hallway.
Okay.
Well, that's certainly interesting.
Yeah.
Vulwin, are you okay?
At any point, did he drop his
Yeah,
hammer?
why?
Yeah, the hammer is on the floor.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll go and
You
pick that up.
just seem agitated.
Well, Zagrax just turned into a bear right in front of us.
No. I just mean in general. You seem
Well, we almost died yesterday. Wouldn't anybody be agitated?
No, I'm good. And I'm going to
Anyone
try tapping
intelligent?
the corners of this thing.
Wait. Can I ask? Wait, I have a question, unrelated to anything. What is this like its pedestal made of? Can I tell?
Give me an
John?
intelligence check.
Heck.
Yeah.
Heck.
There's the button. 14.
14.
If that is a failure, I'd like to roll to make it bigger.
Well, I mean, if you want to make it bigger, you might get more information.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna use my ability. Wait, this is an ability check. Never mind, I can't do that.
Oh.
Bigger roll. Bigger roll.
Never mind.
This is an ability check.
It is an ability check? Okay, then I'll use my talisman ability
Go for it.
to roll.
I don't know what that does.
It just gives me an extra d4.
Nice.
4.
Oh,
Nice.
18. That definitely helps. So you don't know the exact type of stone. It definitely looks like some very dense, compact stone, possibly something like granite, but this has a hue that you have not seen before, and you surmise that, considering, Durgar, it's probably from the Underdark. But it definitely seems to have some kind of heat-repelling property, because
Oh.
even though this thing is putting out a ton of heat, it has solid lava coming through it, and it doesn't seem to be melting or anything like that from it.
Okay.
It definitely seems to be heat resistant at the very least.
Okay.
Is it basalt?
I have an idea
I
now.
don't know enough about geology.
Irilyssa. Vulwin's standing there with his arms crossed. Now, I know the nature of beasts, and Zagrax doesn't have any kind of indication at all that he knows anything about that. I mean, look at him. And for him to change into that, he doesn't even know himself.
I'm just glad that she didn't bite me.
And as you say that, there is a moment of quiet in the room, and then just a sound from the southern hallway where Swiftrunner and Zagrax disappeared to. Like the howl of a beast in incredible pain.
Yeesh.
Ugh.
Wow. Should we take a break?
Yeah,
Yes. I think that would seem to be a good time to take a break, just like Zagrax probably is right now.
yeah, let's all just have a picnic here. This will be great.
Give us some break explosions, Morgan.
This is one of those where
Yeah.
lunch break, everybody. It's like a movie, and everybody. Okay, sweet.
We
Everybody
all look
walks
down and be like,
down,
oh, it's
sits
time
around,
to
Yeah.
Yeah. for lunch.
Yeah, it just really is like look down. It's like, well, I think the adventure time is over right now. We'll just let them deal with that.
Yeah.
All right, bringing us back. And we are back.
Hello.
So, if I remember correctly, sounds of something happening from the south.
I smell
Um,
blood.
Angry, pained animal.
Yes.
Yeah, I smell blood.
Yeah, I mean, some of us change shape.
He's
It's
gonna
okay.
immediately go over this way and actually peek around the corner.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna
See if we can
follow
see what's going
behind.
Give me a second. At this
Hey,
point,
Tahko. I'm going to tell you now. Elora's going to say to you, Tahko, hey, I might have an idea while they're doing this thing.
Cool. I love ideas. What are those?
see what you guys can
Well,
actually
they're
see.
doing their thing.
Let's do your idea first, and then we'll...
Oh,
In fact,
really?
no, we'll do
Okay.
this, and we'll do the idea. So,
Okay.
Irilyssa, Vulwin, you can't see anything. It's too far away. But Irilyssa, you can see that there is another corridor that heads southwards from the platform and where you've been fighting. And there are a series of doors. And one of those doors is currently open.
Can see an open door, Vulwin.
I hope they're not over there killing each other.
I don't think Swiftrunner will kill him.
Given that no choice, I'm sure she would.
If he's really hurt, she'll come get me. Have some faith in Swiftrunner. She's gotten us through a lot.
Fine. But I'm not moving from here. And he's just gonna pretty much just continue to listen to see if he hears anything else. Continue
Okay,
on.
the howls of pain have abruptly cut off.
Oh. Abruptly, huh?
And he definitely looks like anxious at this.
Give me a perception check, Vulwin and Irilyssa.
18.
Thanks. When Vulwin says that he's not going to move from that spot, I will share my sight with him.
Okay.
Smart.
So yeah, Vulwin, you can now see that corridor and the lines of doors, and the first of those doors is swung open.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And did that scream at all sound familiar to me at all? Like,
No, and considering the sound that Swiftrunner and Zagrax usually make, you don't think it was from one of their throats. Although Zagrax being shifted as he is, it didn't sound like
Who
a
knows
bear
what that-
growl. It didn't sound like a bear growl.
Yeah.
That's usually a lot more guttural.
he'll just say that to Irilyssa. But
In fact, considering your background, give me a nature check.
sure.
This, I think, would make sense.
15.
So it's not something that you are necessarily familiar with particularly, but you've come across lizards. Actually, would you if they're cold-blooded?
Might have heard stories. There was some things I was taught. Maybe something I could remember.
Yeah, it's probably from stories. It's definitely... I was going to say something smaller, but that's actually true.
I mean, during the summer months, lizards are actually pretty common up in the north.
Okay, we'll just say
Small
that
ones.
you've seen some small lizards maybe along the coast or something around the warmer lakes, and you've heard their chirping. I don't know what noise lizards make, but it's like that but deeper.
Interesting.
Screams.
But it was a scream. Yeah, definitely. Like there was definitely the undercurrent of terror and pain.
My
And
favorite cut, though.
back over to Elora.
Okay, so it's kind of might get a little complicated, but I have an idea, and maybe you can have a better idea on top of that idea.
Cool.
So, I'm pretty sure I can shape like the floor into like a different shape that we can use and move. Like it can be our shape, you know,
Oh,
like a bowl or like a rectangle, and then we can put it that thing. She'll point at the heart onto the slab. It won't be quite big. I don't know if it'll be big enough, but it's better than nothing. And then it has a safe for moving vessel. And then we could have Irilyssa blow like some cold stuff around it so it's less hot. And we can have Danica levitate it out. I think she can levitate it out. She didn't say as much, but I kind of assume she can. Maybe she can't, but
I mean, that sounds great. I was just going to smash the stone, but if you could turn it into like some kind of bucket to hold the heart, that would be even better.
Well, it can be a bucket, but at the same time, I don't know if I can make it big enough, quite big enough. I can make it almost big enough.
Okay.
That's why I thought like a bowl.
Yeah. Could you make it a bowl with like a wall on one side so that
Yeah,
I could drag it and it not light me on fire?
probably.
Okay, that sounds
I'll have
really
to draw
good.
it out. She'll like draw. I mean, I could try to draw it out in
Okay.
paint.
You can draw it on Roll20.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I can draw it in Roll20.
Yeah, roll 20
I
right in front
forgot.
of us. Just draw it here. Yeah.
Something like it's like a bowl, but it's bigger on this end, so it would stick out like that.
Yeah.
So you would have a side to drag.
Well, it should be red though. So
Well,
let's make...
okay, my color's yellow. That's why.
Yeah. You can change your color to anything. It's
I
great.
know. It's just my default color. Here, and now it's red.
Do you want me to delete those then?
Fire.
Rawr.
Well, that's an excellent.
You drew a chicken.
That is a chicken, in fact.
It's your chicken an accident.
Okay, but it'd be good if you could put like a little hook right there, so we could. Or like a little,
You want? Well,
loop,
I can try to do the hook.
like a little loop, so we could like
I'll
attach
try
the
it,
loop and
yeah.
drag it. Okay. Yeah, if you could just somehow do that to all of this, that'd be perfect.
I can do it for a lot of it. Anyway.
Good.
Okay. Well, at least you'll try that part anyway. I
Okay.
don't know. It doesn't actually have to be this. It could just be the floor, to be honest.
Yeah, but whatever this is whatever's holding up to that stone really well. I mean, the floor can handle the lava, but this thing is handling the magma that's coming directly out of it and is enclosed.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay. Well then, Elora will try to do that, like basically the shape that she drew. Sorry, I deleted it. Let me undo that. I can't undo it. I'm sorry. Hold on.
I got it.
Yeah.
And she's gonna use her new spell, which is Stone Shape, to do it.
Okay.
So I can't make it quite big enough, but I can make it pretty big.
Touch a stone object of medium size or smaller, a section of stone no more than 5 feet in any dimension, to form it into any shape that suits your purpose. For example, you could shape a large rock into a weapon, idle, coffer, and make a small passage through a wall, as long as the wall is less than 5 foot thick. You can also shape a stone door or its frame to seal the door shut. The object you create can have up to 2 hinges and a latch, but finer mechanical detail is impossible.
Yeah, that's why I thought maybe the hook might not be possible.
No, I think
at
that's
least
fine.
make it. Okay.
So what are you making this out of? The stone that the heart is in?
Yeah, that's why. It's like she is asking, should I do this now or should we get the heart down and then do it?
Well, I was just going to smash it, so I don't think you can do it out of smash material. This would be a lot better.
Oh. So at least shape it now?
In other words, yeah, try it out of what's there.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then she is going to try basically to make a little like bowl around it. So like the whole like thing is being built. And then but the problem is, and she's going to tell you, once it's made, then it's just going to be its own thing and it's going to slide towards us. So
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Are you going to brace yourself to catch it or something?
I mean, I'll grab it
Tell
by
the
the
rest
loop.
of us about this?
Well, she's talking pretty loud. You guys.
Nah, we've got more important things to worry about.
I mean, I'll grab it by the loop that you make for it, so I don't have to, because that's going to be the coolest point.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Should I wait till everybody's around?
I mean, whatever. Let's
Everybody's
just get it done.
around.
Well, I know she's like, should I wait till everyone's paying attention to me?
Nah, it's fine. We're
Are you
still having
sure?
those lava spills everywhere. Yeah,
But
no,
if
we're
we
good.
mess it up, it'll fall into the lava. I don't think it'll kill it in the lava, but
I mean,
Tahko, what's
if
the
it's a
worst that could
bowl, there should be no way for it to fall out
I'm hoping
unless I
won't
tip it.
fall out.
So,
Okay.
all right.
Hey,
well,
I'm
hold on.
gonna make a bowl around the heart. She's like yelling it.
I'm gonna
Did-
get
did-
out the way then.
Did anybody ever actually hand me that gauntlet so I could try and touch
No.
the heart? Okay. Then I'll just try and freehand
I
it
don't
and burn
have
the
it.
crap out of myself. That's fine.
I'd give it to you if I had it.
All right.
Okay, I'll try. But
All right.
basically, she's gonna walk up. Shoot, I'm not on the right button. She's gonna walk up to one side of it, trying to like maintain her distance, but touch it. Like it's gonna probably hurt, but at least
Oh, it's gonna hurt like hell. You take 14
Yeah.
points of fire damage as you do.
Wow.
She's alive though.
So you step into it, kind of bracing yourself against the intensity of the heat coming from this, and you
Yeah.
can start actually feeling your clothing drying to tinder, and a couple of little sparks begin to flash up on it. And you know that if you
My
spend a
clothes are
great deal of
already
time
ruined.
here, yeah, it's going to get ruined further.
Yeah.
But you have to actually.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
It's magic. It'll work.
It was just an idea.
Alarm
worth a
bells
try.
in your head are yelling at the moment that you're about to touch this stone.
Mm-hmm.
You are
Like,
taking
I
that
don't
much
know if I
damage
should
just from
touch
being near it.
Oh,
I don't know
maybe
if I
not
should
that.
touch
It's gonna
it.
turn into a
She's gonna
pizza.
back away.
Oh, okay. Jeez. All right.
That's
You
why I
can't
said
even...
I could make it out of the ground too. Or we need to cool it down.
I mean, the guy that was working with this was forging a dragon out of it. Irilyssa, can you let Elora try the gauntlet?
What?
The gauntlet probably has fireproofing built into it because the guy was forging using this material
Oh,
and this fire.
Irilyssa will pull it out of her bag and just throw it towards Tahko.
Oh, thank you.
She's
You
just
didn't ask
distracted.
for it.
He
Okay.
did.
Well, we're
Sure.
You didn't ask me
preoccupied.
directly.
There's a lot of noises coming from the other room.
What?
What? I'm being a
Yeah,
genius right now.
we're busy right now. Go
Yeah,
deal
well,
with it.
I guess each of you are indulging your own selves.
We're working here. All right, I'm going to put on the gauntlet.
Well, can you
Hey, I'm
touch it?
working here.
He's gonna turn to your listen now. They're like yelling about, "I'm a genius," and I'm like, well, whatever died in there, Zagrax or somebody is feasting on it. Can hear sounds of bone snapping
Ugh.
and flesh, torn flesh.
Ugh.
And that sound that wasn't, I don't know, sounded like a weird lizard or something.
Okay.
All right, I put on the gauntlet, and I do I still feel the heat threatening to burn me as I get close to the stone?
I don't know. Check your messages first, Tahko.
Let's
Oh,
move.
I can
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I just looked here, list. I'm like, let's move a little further away from all of this. he's just gonna move this way over into the corner.
And the people who are ready to bonk Tahko when this happened are now preoccupied.
Actually, while Tahko is like doing whatever, she's actually going to put on the slug and relay her entire plan to Danica and see if Danica thinks it's a good idea.
Danica, I'm a genius.
She's like, look, I have a really good idea. She's like super excited.
Yes, it may work.
Okay.
One way to find out.
Genius listens to Tahko.
I mean, she's mostly listening to herself, but
So yeah, Tahko, you put the gauntlet on. It's cold to the touch, but
What is it?
the fire heart is not cold to the touch.
Okay, good call.
The lava.
The
Yeah, just
lava.
run your hands in the lava. Let's just.
So now that you have the gauntlet on, what are you doing with it?
I'm going to go up and get close to the stone, and then if I'm not like repelled by the heat, I'm going to attempt to touch the stone.
So the heat itself is intense, and just being near this thing, you take another 12 points of fire damage.
Okay. All
But
right.
The
Great.
gauntlet itself, your hand is like the one thing that seems to be insulated right now. You don't seem to be taking any heat from that.
Oh, okay. I just need more gauntlet. All right.
Hey,
Yep, the gauntlet's fine.
Okay.
Irilyssa, do you see a couple embers starting to flick up on his
Is
clothing?
there another gauntlet?
What we need is a whole suit of armor made out of this gauntlet, because just being near there is just melting me. Ugh.
Yeah, that's why it's really hard.
Yeah.
All right. Let me try something. Irylyssa's
Okay.
gonna come over to this point and just kind of line up to
You were
get.
listening to us at some point.
Yeah, just kind of line up on this wall, along this wall, and she's going to just take a deep breath in and unleash her her cold breath. Yeah, it does 2 whole points of damage.
That's
Double
awesome.
ones.
Flexible.
Okay,
So
so you engulf this thing with your icy breath, and there is
And
definite creaking and crackling from the stone, but no immediate reaction. However,
That's
Tahko,
good.
you standing closer, I'm going to say that every time you get close, you back off, because being right next to it is intensely hot.
Yeah,
The
like I was
radiating
saying-
heat does seem to have calmed.
Okay, like I was saying, that might just cause it to explode. But, it didn't, which is good. I'm going to tap Elora and give her protection from energy fire. So now
That
it will
might
burn
help.
you less.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. So here's your
Will that
chance.
be enough? Do I need the gauntlet to do
Yeah,
it?
do the gauntlet too. It might try and invade your mind. You're fine. Go.
What?
Slap
Put
it
it on
on.
her hand.
I don't want to put it on then.
Come on, just slap it on and then touch the stone and mold it. This is our chance.
It takes over my mind.
Well, then we'll slap it out of your hand. Go.
Okay.
I can just imagine it. Tahko's like, yeah, take the gauntlet. And he's helping Elora put it on. He's like, it might try and invade your mind, but whatever, as it
What?
finally
Oh, I
gets on.
don't know. Okay.
She's
okay.
like looking back at Irilyssa like, help!
It worked. It worked fine for me. Whatever.
It might take over my mind, and Tahko wants me to put it on.
I don't
Tahko,
know.
if you already have it on, why don't you just
Because I
cast that
can't.
spell on yourself?
Because I can't cast whatever it is that's going to mold all the stone.
Yeah, I can do that.
So here, strap it on. You're good. It worked fine for me. It'll work fine for you. No problem. Big wink.
She really doesn't want to do it.
It's up to you. Do you put on the gauntlet?
What if I just like...
I mean, you have some protection from the fire. You can try and touch it barehanded if you really want.
Not bare hand, I'm wearing gloves.
Okay. You could say goodbye to your gloves.
I think Zagrax and Swiftrunner are the only ones with bare hands.
Well done. Let's clap on that one. Thank you.
I thought we were all dying last time, and now we're just like trying to be geniuses that we're not.
We're still
Um,
dying.
Whatever,
We're still
whatever I was
dying.
going through is now done because that joke was so terrible, it just snapped me out of everything.
You just look over and you're like, "Arr."
Like,
Uh,
what the hell?
I will. Okay, she's not gonna put it on immediately. She's gonna try to get really close and see how hot it is, and see if your spell is helping at all.
As you get closer, you can still feel the intensity of the heat there, but it does seem to be reduced.
Okay. Does it feel like it's gonna burn really bad?
As you get closer, you take 2 points of fire damage.
Oh, that's not so bad. Okay.
yeah, try touching it.
Turns out touching it was only a D100, but it'll be a D50 this time.
It's fine. She'll look at Irilyssa and say, "If I set on fire, please put me out."
You really
What?
should stop doing
Please
that.
put me out if I set on fire.
Okay.
Okay, and then she's gonna touch it very, very quickly to see how bad it hurts.
Give me a
Why wouldn't you?
dexterity save.
That's the heat.
It's like touching
Yeah!
a stove burner.
Nat
you worked at-
20.
You worked at an inn before, you know hot stuff.
So you touch it very, very quickly as you can. You take another 4 points of fire damage from doing so.
Ow.
And it really scalds your hand. And you suspect that because you were so quick,
Yeah.
it didn't really burn as much as it could have. Like, you have some resistance, you were very quick at it,
Ow.
but it's still really hot.
It's gonna
Okay,
mess you up.
fine. She'll back away. I guess I have to try to put it on.
Your
Good.
spell
please
not
hurry.
work?
No, it works, but it's still really hot.
But
Look, my
why
hand's
didn't
bright
you-
red.
Why didn't you cast the spell? You touched it.
Oh, 'cause
What are
I
you
don't-
doing?
Why
Why are you just walking up and touching it?
It doesn't work like that. You would actually have to mold it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, she at least has to like touch it for a few seconds to let it start molding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine the way that this spell works is it basically turns the stone into clay, and then you can mold it into whatever shape you want. It's not literally just going,
What?
It is.
You have
It's
to
only one
stand
action.
there and- Yeah, it's
yeah, it's 6
You
seconds,
just-
so your hands are like knives
Oh,
or
my
hot
hands
knives
are
through
like- yeah.
butter. Just like,
Yeah. You're like, tap, 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 tap.
Okay. Okay. Then she will. Guess she's gonna. I'm gonna put on the gauntlet.
all right.
before it's a wisdom check, right?
you don't know.
Is it a
Maybe
gauntlet? We
Oh.
don't know.
no one
Okay,
knows.
well, I am going to.
If it's a
cast
charm, I have resistance to it.
enhance ability on Elora and give her owl's wisdom.
Now you know how much of a bad idea this is.
Yeah, everything is looking like a terrible idea here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we all thought the worst part of this whole thing was, me going crazy into a werebear form. But hey, no, it gets worse.
That was hardly
Hey,
a bump.
we have
It's
geniuses
fine.
over here, all right?
Yeah.
True, I can't compete.
Oh wait, that wasn't it. Sorry.
You got to get on
This
their
is it.
level, Zagrax. They're thinking smart. They're being big brain.
True.
We think
standing
smart
And to be
back
about
fair,
it.
watch
this all
me.
started when I tried to get close to it too, so.
Okay, so Elora, with the gauntlet on, you reach out, touch the stone. No real effect. You do still take 5 points of fire damage just from being near the forge, but you feel like you're able to, with the gauntlet, shape the stone as you need to.
Okay. It's like, oh, that's not so bad. We're good. I don't know what you're talking about with that mind control thing.
I don't know. It's magic. Magic's weird.
Alright.
It's shaping. You look like you're catching on fire.
Me?
Your clothes are. Just do it quick before you
Okay.
move.
I'll just steal some clothes from the dwarfs if I have to.
You're going to have to after this.
She already probably had to.
Yes,
I'll take out
probably.
my cloak and hold it to cover her up while she's.
Okay, thanks.
You know where the
Basket molded.
store of winter clothing is, so you have
Yes.
access to an ample amount.
Yeah, it's true. Okay. She'll start molding it then.
No, all your mom's sweaters.
Okay, so you start molding the stone, moving as quickly as you can and doing it just one-handed, and you do eventually shape out the plate with a little hook out the back, and you step back quickly as it teeters for a moment and then falls back, leaving a big fissure open where you basically carved the stone out to where the still...
It's still like suspended though, yeah.
It does seem to be suspended, and now you can actually see inside this chamber properly. It seems to be completely just suspended in midair. There is a little stone channel that leads up to one of the valves, which is what's spewing out the lava right now. But it does seem to be just in midair.
Okay, but I made my little cup thing.
Yeah, you have your little cup thing. It's currently on the
It's
floor
a
in front
big
of you.
cup thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
But
5
yeah,
foot large cup thing.
I made it, and then she's like going to like be like, I should get clothes now.
All right. I'll just drape the giant, my Goliath robe over you. You're like, here you go. Just wear this for the pleasure.
Thanks.
It's
Okay,
like a
that'll work.
king-size
Around in that.
blanket. Just
Yeah.
You know, if you put out the crowd, it would complete the look.
No.
If you thought you were warm before, check out this blanket.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now that the heart isn't encapsulated and the heat's able to bleed out more, is it less intense?
No. And the heat
Oh.
that's like escaping through that gap, it's like looking into an open fire right now.
Well, what gap? She took the thing that was housing it and turned it into a big bowl, so it's no longer housed.
I mean, not the whole thing.
No,
pretty
not the
big.
whole thing. It's just one wall.
Yeah. So there's now one
Oh,
wall which
okay.
is
It's like
less a
opening an
wall.
oven.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly that.
Okay.
I made a cup
Okay.
out of the oven door.
Yes.
All right.
And it does look like that gap would be big enough to pull this thing out.
Yeah, we have to actually physically pull it out, though. That's the issue.
Well, do we?
All
We
right.
can ask Danica for help.
I mean, once we get it on the bowl, I think we'll be okay.
Do you want me to?
How is the lava working? Does it just fill the bowl?
Well, the bowl is currently on the floor next to Elora. The lava's still going southwards. It's a different part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the heart itself isn't pouring with lava. There's one of the valves which is just lying on one of the like a trough basically, and the trough is just pulling the lava away and into the big trough where the anvils are. That
Okay.
makes sense.
It is wonderful that the heart isn't producing, lava. That's great.
Are the
Yeah,
clothes
it's hard.
here?
So now that you can actually see in, and you can see the makings of this, it doesn't look like the heart is necessarily producing the lava. It seems to be appearing just along the fuller. So every time it does get the pop, there is like a burst of lava that spews forth. Whether it's the heart itself producing it or if it's just heating something enough that it then creates the lava, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
But the heart itself isn't like lava.
Yeah, honestly, imagine a dragon heart infinitely producing lava. That would be great.
Okay. Did anybody see any chain anywhere?
Nope.
Well,
Anywhere?
my work here is done. She's gonna go hobble over to
The
where
only
it's
connection you can see to the housing itself is where that, I'm going to call it a fuller, that fuller is.
Fuller. Okay.
Oh, you're coming with me.
It's
Yeah.
A fuller is basically a small trough which you can usually use to make blades, but it's the little outlet.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you'd call that, because I don't want to say trough, because the big thing where the anvils are, that's the trough.
Okay. All right. Fuller on a forge. Let's see if I can find a picture.
Look for Elora.
Just remember that I did say that Danica could probably help, like, levitate it, so.
You've only said it 100 times.
I've only
at this
said it a
point,
bunch
and
of
Taco's
times.
just
Taco.
like,
As
Nope.
far as I know, it's already levitating, and if I could just hook it to the bowl, we'd be fine. That's why I'm trying to find some chain to wrap over it, and then, like, essentially get it to be near the.
Oh, also, I'm
bowl.
taking off that gauntlet.
Okay. I'll go ahead and slap the gauntlet back on,
Okay.
and I'm going to reach in and grab the heart and pull it into the bowl.
You reach in, grab the heart, and pull it, and it swings wildly to the left as you pull it. It seems to be attached to the fuller.
Oh, it's attached to it. Okay. Wow. Is there any way I can tell that this is,
I mean,
how is it hooked on?
your instincts right now was basically just saying smash the fuller and this thing might come free.
Okay. Sounds good. I mean, I have Zagrax's hammer in the other hand. I'll give that fuller a nice little tap.
Okay, and while you're doing all of that, you also take another 4 points of fire damage, and you just boop the fuller and poof, and it just shatters into pieces. Plops of lava drop to the ground, and the heart just hangs there.
Oh, so the heart's there anyway?
Mhm.
Okay, so everything around this is messed up, and the heart's still suspended in a single place.
Correct.
Why? Do they have a movable rod inside one of the ventricles? I mean, how the hell is this thing here?
Why
Although
don't
that
we
would
just
be
try
really cool.
grabbing it again?
All right. I'm going to cast. I'm tired of burning myself. I'm going to cast Protect Energy Fire on myself.
Okay.
Is
So
this
the one on
And,
Elora fades because I'm assuming that's concentration.
I
Yeah,
don't know. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is
it
it?
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and then I'll reach in and grab and pull.
Okay, so this time you reach in, pull it, and it just sails out the gap.
Okay. Onto the bowl, or just starts floating around
Just
the room.
starts floating above the bowl.
What? My
Okay,
work
I'm-
was pointless.
What?
Okay, it's
Elora
already
sees this.
levitating. Awesome. This is
I
great.
used my cool spell for nothing.
I mean, you opened
No.
the side.
That's
Laura
true.
doesn't know this yet because she's
Yeah,
going
I
to
know.
get clothes.
See
I like
it.
that she's like walking away, turns out like, for nothing.
For nothing.
It's okay. Don't worry. It was a good idea.
Well, at least he pulled it out. I don't know if he could pull it out if I hadn't done that.
Yeah.
True.
The clothes are in here, right?
Laura, can you
Yes.
cast that spell again?
What? I'm like really far away.
You're like really far away.
What?
I'll wait until she gets changed and comes back.
Okay. I don't know where the clothing is, but it's somewhere in here, right?
Yeah, but yeah, it is. It's
Sure.
one
She'll
of
hang
those
out for
side
a few
things.
minutes. It's a good thing she's not not that differently sized than Duragar.
I mean, you
Hey, you used to be
wear the
taller.
king's +1 scale mail.
And there's the heart.
Wow.
I know, amazing. So yeah, Laura, you're able to find some cold weather clothing and you just grab something which you hope
Puts them
fits.
on.
And yeah, you like there's enough different sizes you can find something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, and then she comes back.
Good.
Does she look like she fell into a thrift rack?
It does, and there's definitely a little bit of a scent coming from her right now.
Oof.
We should go to Tourmaline so I can get more clothes.
Okay.
I think
Could you make could you cast that spell again? The fire spell?
The fire
Or
spell?
the stone spell.
Yeah, once more.
Wonderful. Could you do me a big favor and make I'll bring this heart down. Can you make like a big like a box with a hinge so we could close it and it have like a big pole coming out so I could wield it like a giant mace?
The only problem is how tall is it?
It's about 5
I
foot.
don't
It's
know.
like the size of a human.
It is like 5 feet. Okay, then
So-
I guess in theory I could.
That would be great.
It would be
because-
like exactly the same size though.
Yeah,
we could put it-
5. No, I'm going to say no. You can't because you would need
Yeah.
the pole, which is extra. You need the thing, which is extra. Use a couple of
Yeah.
spells, you probably could. But
Yeah,
just
if
one.
I
no.
had more charges, I could do it.
So that's too much.
Yeah,
We'll say that if you had 2, you could do it probably.
yeah. So I could do it tomorrow.
What's the issue? Is it just too much stone to change?
Well, it's like the same size as much as I can make. So it can't. Yeah, I need more stone.
Oh, okay. Well, you already have the bowl and the hook. Could you just add like a cover to it? So here, let me draw
Why
this
I
out.
could do
Do you even need a cover? I used to play this game where basically we'd get a frozen lake and get these sticks and start hitting stones along the frozen lake. And sometimes if you wanted a bit of precision, you would just stand behind it and just boop, stab it like
Because-
a spear.
Because the stones would never float up into the sky.
Yeah,
Like
but you could
curling?
hold stones. So
But
if it
it's-
was a stone stick,
That's just floating there right now.
What I'm saying is, if we could cover it up like this, then we could just carry the whole enclosed bowl with like a rope and drag it along the ground.
It is kind of just floating though. We can just pretend
Yeah.
it's like a floaty friend.
I don't know. I think he's got a good idea. If you could turn that stone into some kind of stone stick or something that could, guide it, wrap it around it, move it.
Yeah, the problem is if I could carry it as it is, I'm going to be burning myself just being close to it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well,
I still need to be a
how
little
long
bit
can the
further away
stick
from
be?
Make it a
Sounds like you're
really,
not really
long
smart.
stick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make a
yeah.
really long stick. I can make a 5-foot long stick.
I mean, if we could just... this is a forge. Are there any, pulls of, wrought iron around that we could just use as...
Oh, loads. Like, there's a scattering of blacksmith's equipment. There's
Yeah.
ingots of iron and various metals all over. Like, this is a pretty well-stocked forge.
Okay. I mean, we could just take a metal pole, and I could try pushing it along with that. I'll just pick up like a long piece of rebar equivalent and just try guiding it. Does that work?
Do you have smithing proficiency?
No. What I'm saying is, can I find one? Just like a long...
That long? No.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably have to make it.
All right.
Because
Now that
here's
you've
the
come around
thing.
to
So
the idea.
I just want to make it clear that you can try to craft stuff. You don't have to have the proficiency to do it. You just don't get the
Yeah.
proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Remember last time we crafted stuff together? It was only an artifact.
We all die.
Boom.
Please don't kill me this time.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I got something for
No
this.
promises.
Yeah.
Boom.
Ooh, perfect. Okay. Give me a while and I'll try and make a long metal pole. Anybody want to help? This will take an hour at least. Maybe longer. I don't know.
And you're telling me using a spell to mold that stone wouldn't be an equally intelligent idea? That
I
would
could
take
do
a
that
much
time.
instead.
Yeah, okay. That'd be much, much faster. That'd be great.
I don't know,
I mean,
Tahko. It
it's
sounds
fine.
like you're not really listening.
No, I'm not. What did you say?
At least
He's
he's
just-
honest.
Vulwin's just gonna look over at Elora and be like, "Will you stop this fool? Just make the thing."
You want me to make... She'll hold up the piece of paper that she had drawn on initially. Be like, you wanted me to make this cap, the cap on the cup, right?
No, I don't know what that is.
What? What then? What did you want me to do?
Well, if he's trying to make a longer stick that could guide this floating heart, then why don't we just make a stick out of stone? He could carry that.
Well, I guess so. I'll have to make it out of this stone though, and it's really hot.
No,
Can't
you
you
can
just
make it out
make the
of
cup?
any stone. We just attach it to the bottom of the
Yeah,
the-
just why not just change the cup?
of the mug. Yeah.
We don't
Why
want
do
the
we
cup
need
anymore.
a cup? This
We don't want the
thing's-
cup anymore.
This thing's floating. Why do we need a cup?
Okay. Yeah, we can just get rid of the cup.
Elora just didn't want to get rid of the cup.
It served
I'm
its
really
purpose. It was a door. You opened the door.
I'm really, really regretting that I came over here to engage in this conversation right now.
You can keep the loop.
And while you guys are talking about
Okay.
that, Zagrax, let's have a word.
Hey.
Okay, so chat, secret time. So
Lee.
you seem to come out of a deep ocean, almost slowly clawing your way back to the surface. And with a gasp, you come to, finding yourself lying next to a wall. And this wall is slick with something. You try to pull yourself up, and immediately your hand just slips, and you lurch over to the side. Looking down, it's just red. You look around quickly into this room, and it's just sprayed with what looks to be gore. Looking
And that's
next,
it.
looking next to you, Swift Runner is watching you. She's just sitting on her haunches, just looking at you, basically. And as you continue to look around, you do see that there are bones on the floor, several scales, a broken in half carapace, just lying half discarded with teeth marks on the wall. Many of the bones you can see around shattered, like someone's tried to snap them in half to get at the marrow inside. And as you take all of this in, there's a strong flavour of iron in your mouth.
Well, something happened here, and I'm getting the distinct feeling it was me.
This is part of what we needed to talk about. I was not expecting it to happen so soon. When I bit you, you also became a werebear, just like myself. Cursed with the same affliction that I'm cursed with. Sometimes you'll lose control. You'll lose that vital part of you that stops you doing things like this. In a way, it's actually a good thing that we found what seems to be a stables. Because that thing kept you away from your friends, kept your attention. Welcome to the life.
I'll just kind of like look around for a bit longer.
So, this even happens to you?
Aye, from time to time, but I've been trained. I know when it's coming on. I know when to detract myself from it when it's worst. And if I do feel a change coming on, I can channel it. I can use it. Most of the time. But for you, you're new to this. The blood still burns through your veins. You have no control over it. You've not been trained. And this can happen.
He just sits and ponders for a little bit longer, and
How does one receive training as to not do this?
You'd have to come with me to Fjord Usin. It's the organisation that the werebears are a part of. And I'll teach you what I know, but the one that would be able to pass on the most wisdom would be Oyam and Artok.
And I assume that's nowhere close and not a short process.
It's not usually a short process, no. And as for where she is right now, I have no idea. She moves. Last I heard, she was on her way to the Goliaths to investigate what was happening with regards to your mother. But since then, I've not heard. I've been much further to the west with you.
Well, is there any, like, oh, it won't happen again for a couple of days?
Unfortunately,
Or-
not. Because of how raw this all is to you, your body's still adapting. So whenever you feel an especially strong emotion, that will only be intensified. In this instance, it was fear. And you lashed out, as those who are scared often do, fight or flight. Thankfully, I pulled you away from your comrades, otherwise this could have been them. That's the curse we have. That's why we're so solitary.
Well, that's not ideal for a quasi-leader of a adventuring party.
No. Like I said, with training, you might be able to control it. There are different forms you can take if you train yourself to remain as a human or dragonborn as much as you can. The side effects are lessened. You could also hold the form that I do, what we call a hybrid. Part beast, part Goliath. This is the form where we have the most control, but it's also the one that society finds the most repulsive. That's why I can't go near towns. And finally, you could really give into it. Take the form of a bear. It's the least dangerous because people will treat you like a bear. You'll at least be able to think most of the time.
Well, she's describing all the forms and stuff. Zagrax just kind of like look at himself and kind of try and take a look at what form he's in now.
Right now, I would say you're probably a hybrid form. So your claws are bigger, and you can see the nail. What are those called? Yeah, the claw, the sharp bits.
Claws. Yeah.
The claws. The claws themselves are
claws,
much
yeah.
extended to how they usually are, and you can see that you do have mottled white fur from parts of you springing out between the scales, most of it, so it looks kind of weird. And you feel like you are bigger and bulkier, burlier than you usually even are. The armour you're wearing really tight against you at the moment, almost stifling your movement. In fact, when you turned into a bear, it probably shattered the armour.
No. Good thing we have Duragar magic armor that can scale to their size. Ha ha.
I will say it's still there, but it's damaged.
Okay. Like, I'm still wearing it, but it's damaged? Or
Yeah.
like it's somewhere nearby?
No, you're still wearing it. It's like the back of it's just draped over you. Most of the buckles have given away. That's what's happened here.
Gotcha.
And you said that you have the most control in this hybrid form?
Aye. In your normal form, there'll still be some telltale parts, like you probably have a wee bit of fur on your head, which is unusual for a dragonborn. But you should be able to pass most of the time. A hybrid, there's no hiding it. At a distance, you might look normal, but anyone you meet up close, they'll know what you are. Or at least that you're not normal.
Yeah. Not that anybody would use the word normal with me to be fit beforehand.
You just need to understand that people fear what they don't understand. What they don't know. Dragonborn here, aye, they're a wee bit rare, but a dragonborn with fur that looks deadly with giant claws, that's something different.
Yeah. And most folk won't take too kindly to that.
No. It's entirely possible if you become well enough known in a certain locality that people will accept you for what you are. But that takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
A lot.
At least I know assuming I don't try and rip their throats out, the rest of my traveling companions are probably okay with this.
When the moon is in its fullest, that's when control is the least, which unfortunately for us is in 4 days' time. So in about 2 days, I'm going to have to spirit you away from them anyway, just to keep them safe. And 2 days after that, we can rejoin them. You shouldn't be a threat to me. I can control you, I can contain you. But I wouldn't want to be responsible for them as well.
Yeah, no, that's the smart move. So is our best bet for me to just stay in this hybrid form for now, to try and keep as much control for the time being, and then deal with the rest of it after the full moon?
Probably. I mean, I would say after the first transformation, which is usually when the moon does it, you come to understand what's happening to you, because this was so sudden, because this was not a normal transformation. I can't really say. I haven't come across this before. But you and we're bound together now. I'm responsible for you. That's our code. So you're stuck with me, whether you like it or not.
I can think of worse people to be stuck with. And I'd willingly travel with some of them.
That's why I know you can do this. The people in the Dawnbringers, they are individuals of exceptional fortitude, both mental and physical. I know that it'll be difficult, for sure. But having a group of friends that are around you that can contain some of the worst impulses will be invaluable. And hopefully I can help with the rest.
Well,
he's been like sitting on the ground this whole time. He'll try and actually get up and kind of like feel out the fact that he's just bigger now and get used to, moving around in a much bigger form.
I guess I'm in your care for the time being. And thanks. That would have been very unfortunate to wake up surrounded by this, but it be, them.
Some of the abilities that this gives us, some would call as blessing, but they don't see the downsides. As long as you can understand what they are, as long as you are aware of what they are and know your limitations, you should be able to work within it. After all, werebears do find lost groups out in the tundra and lead them back home. We're not complete monsters. We just need to know when we are.
We've fought some monsters, and we're not monsters.
Let's work to keep it that way. Anyway, I know it's a lot to process, so I'll give you some space. I'll be outside.
Okay. And thank you.
I wish I could have saved you in another way, but it's either this or you would have died. It's a tough choice.
I'll take this over death any day of the week.
I
don't hold anything against you. So don't you worry about that.
We'll see. Anyway, and with that she leaves the room, closes the door, or closes it more gently behind her, leaving you on your own. And with that, I think we'll join the others.
Year.
Oh, we could say that.
And we're back.
No, we don't. Well, welcome back.
Thank you. So, is anyone watching the southern entrance at the moment?
No.
Not
I
correct.
mean, not
I can only
like
see so far.
actively, just passively.
Then that's fine.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm kind of like looking out, like I can't draw a direction towards the group.
While we were talking, Elora had like the light bulb turn on effect, and she remembered that she can totally cast Stone Shape more times. She just needs to rest.
Yep.
Yep.
Warlocks!
Hey, yeah, Mord, let me know if I can hear anything from down there, though, even if I'm not looking. If
In
anything,
fact,
if any new sounds.
you've got Irilyssa's sight as well, so yeah, you can see down there. Basically, eventually, after probably 15, 20, 30, probably more like half an hour, Swift Runner emerges from the room and just quietly closes the door behind her, and then just kind of stands outside it, almost like a sentinel.
We're being really noisy too.
If I can, I'm gonna say, if I can actually see her, can I roll like an insight to see if she actually seems like she's at ease?
Sure.
I'm trying to kind of get an idea of like the gauge of, I guess, her mood. 15.
I will send you a message.
Sure. Thank you. Now back to this genius plan.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
What we've come up with is
Hey, Tahko takes the idea first.
no, it's okay.
we're going to make a pole, and then the pole has like three like fingers basically that wrap around the heart at equal distances, so it fully encapsulates the heart with a minimum material possible, and we can still hold it at a like 5-foot distance.
Say that again.
Tahko will be.
Okay, we've drawn a demonstration right here.
Yep.
So there's three fingers basically that wrap around the heart and hold it in place at equidistance. So it's held in all three dimensions, and then it's attached to a pole that then has a little loop, and then you can carry it a distance as well.
Yeah, so it's basically just a grabbing claw. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Essentially.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's closed on it. Yep.
Yeah.
That way it doesn't like fall out of the containment.
Yeah, it's safer that way.
Mhm.
So while whatever's going on, can you say that we hash that out and get it working?
Well, yeah. Elora will make the design as we've designed.
Yeah, I mean, the claw is basically just creating extra grabby bits.
Yeah,
Are you making the
security.
majority of the claw away from the heart and then just putting the last one on to shape around it? In which case you would just take the fire damage once. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what she was planning
Oh.
on doing.
We were discussing that.
Yeah.
So, like, you still got to go
She's
towards
like,
the
I
end
don't want
right
to
there.
get burned 6 times.
Yeah.
You take a whopping 2 points of fire damage when you get that
Yeah.
last piece. Wrap it around as quickly as you can. You've already got like the main shape. You just need to shape it properly and then mold it into the main staff. You don't know necessarily how strong this will be, and it certainly feels unwieldy, but you're able to direct the heart at least. And I'll say that's
Yay.
probably... how long is this? How long is the staff part?
You wanted it to be 5 feet, right?
Yeah, 5 feet.
Yeah, 5 feet.
So just keep in mind anything within 5 feet is burnable, so you probably want to make it 6 or 7.
Okay, I'll make it
Okay.
longer.
It's not a massive problem. That's why I'm just kind of like...
Yeah, that's why I was like, is it okay if it's 5 feet? But maybe Tahko likes being really hot all the time. Like burning, flammable.
Yeah, we're good.
Tahko loves being flammable.
No hot tacos.
I'll make it like 7 feet then. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll hold it up above my head. It's not
Oh.
like dripping lava or anything, is it?
Nope.
You're just like, I have the power.
It's still
How do
going...
you get it then?
boom, boom, boom. But every
Oh,
time
that's
it
fun.
beats, nothing comes out.
That's
Okay.
good.
If I hold it directly above my head, then I can balance.
In fact,
it,
I'll say,
so
like, whenever it
waist
beats,
level.
it's like a bellow. So there is like a blast of hot air that comes out, but that's it.
Okay.
Oh.
Fun.
Use
Fun.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the way we rigged it up, the ventricles aren't pointing directly at me, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not beating directly down at me.
You might want the nice little, heat
Yeah.
as you're going through Icewind.
Yeah.
It's like your own
Right?
personal
Yeah, that's
heater.
true.
Just turn it around, need to thaw something, and be like,
Right.
Very true. Okay,
So, yeah,
well,
you-
I mean, I could just hold it in front of me as we walk and just melt all the snow and ice and just get solid around as we're walking.
and
by.
that is how we're going to remove eternal winter. We'll just go around the entire tundra, just one step
slowly,
at a
like,
time, melting
back
it all.
and forth, and back
just gotta-
and forth.
Figure out where Auril is and just push this in her face.
If only were it easy to kill a
Just-
goddess to just shove a red dragon heart in her face.
Yeah.
we don't even know if she has a face.
Our new
Whoa.
team name is now the Doki Doki Winter Fighters.
Oh my god.
So, where's Zagrax?
Oh,
We're done
Doing-
now.
he's probably
Yeah,
doing
well,
some kind of
Hopefully he's done now too.
uh, mystic stuff.
What? Is that
I don't know.
what?
I don't know, lycanthrope stuff. Hey, Sis, are you done? I'll just yell out.
You don't get an immediate response, but Vulwin, as you can see, Swift Runner, she just kind of gives you a bit of a wave.
Yeah. Things okay?
She pauses for a bit and then just nods.
Hello.
All right, so he's all full then.
What are you talking about?
And as Tahko asks that, the door again opens and Zagrax steps out into the hallway.
Okay, so I hear something happen.
Yeah, I don't know what you can actually see. You can't see them. You just hear
Yeah.
like footsteps as I guess both of them make their way back up the hallway. Yes? No? Are you moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like,
Yep.
no.
No, I'm staying here
so-
forever.
So,
So
as he comes back to
I
the
hid
group,
my hiding
Heard,
hole.
what
I
does
heard a
Zagrax
scream.
look
What
like?
was it?
That is
Yeah, I
the
was saying,
question.
what does he look like?
What does
Yeah.
Zagrax look like?
So he was, I think 6'8", 6'9" before. Probably like a fair bit over 7 foot now, I would assume.
Oh,
And bigger and brawnier than before, but that's not even like the first thing you notice. The first thing you notice is the fact that he's pretty much almost entirely dyed red, just covered in blood.
Oh, yeah.
You can see a few attempts to like get some of it off, but it's like this is not just gonna come off. And then the closer he gets, the more you realize that the height and the brawniness, but is actually for a majority of his body now is just covered in that fur, kind of like Swift Runner, with so like most of his face and body is just hair now, and then there's a lot of the bigger scales on the top of his head, and those are still there with some fur kind of sticking out in between it, but he's just hybrid form Zagrax. What you can see that a lot of the clothes and stuff that he's wearing are kind of ripped and tattered and broken with the increase in from shifting to bear and back to this form, and he's just kind of quiet, trying to figure out what to do.
wow, you look awful.
Don't say that.
That explains the smell of blood. He kind of like points up around just the point.
So
Okay.
as you can see, his Zagrax is a wee bit different now. Familiar for me, of course, but he'll need some taken care of.
Is that permanent, or will he shrink back down?
He can shrink back down if he wants, but staying in the form he is right now makes him a wee bit more stable. And while this is still new, while he's still unable to control it properly, stable is good.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Acceptable.
as she's explaining that, you just kind of see it. Zagrax like look down at his hands again, and his hands are bigger, and big old claws and all that. And he's just kind of like still like you just kind of tell that he's trying to still feel out the fact that he's now this.
Hey, Laura, do you have that cloak of mine that I gave you?
Oh, yeah, she's been holding it. Well, she set it down probably to do all her molding.
Okay, then I'll
Yeah.
pick that up and throw it to Zagrax. Here, cover yourself up. You're gonna freak out the people upstairs otherwise.
Yeah, well, they haven't seemed to take too much fear away from Swiftrunner walking around, so.
Oh, true, but we don't need rumors circulating when we're back in town. You're the bright one, remember?
Yeah, after this, I don't know what they'll call me.
Well, bright red for now.
Shut up. Anybody got extra water?
Well, there's snow outside.
You could go make some pink snow.
Snow angels.
I'm just gonna go grab some of those clothes that are over there and use them as rags.
And tell Zagrax just kind of like lumber over to the armories again to grab some crap to just wipe off.
Okay, so you head to the armories and find most of the clothes just all over the place, like somebody's already been through this.
But as you're walking away, I'll be like, hey, but look, heart on a stick. We're doing all right.
And there is indeed a heart now just floating outside of the forge with this 3-pronged claw with a long staff at one end, like grasping around it like a dragon's claw.
He'll be like walking away when you say that. He'll like turn around and look at it and just kind of like nod and then look back. And then like take another couple of steps and then just like whip around and look at it.
Vulwin's gonna turn to Swiftrunner when Zagrax walks away. He's be like, "So what caused him to lose himself? To quote that beast. What triggered it? So we could avoid it."
At the moment, anything which causes intense emotion. So getting close to the heart, it's hot. And
That's
our
all.
kind intensely hate fire. It was a fight or flight reaction in its most intense form.
Well, that's reassuring. Zagrax is a bundle of emotions.
That's one thing that may work in his favour. But you need to work to keep his emotions down. He'll be very, very dangerous if you don't.
So if he goes all danger mode, I should just hold this thing in front of me.
Oh, I don't know if are you over here with Swiftrunner?
Oh, I thought you were just talking open.
No, at the moment it's just Vulwin
No.
and Swiftrunner.
I
never mind
was
then.
over there with Zagrax and them.
And Swiftrunner
no,
is
no.
talking quietly, like she
Yeah.
acknowledges this.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, scratch me out of it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were coming up or something.
No, I'll probably just
But
start.
this was
walking off
definitely
the
like
heart
on the sly kind of thing.
this way. Yeah.
So
I gotta step
Keep
away
him
for a
calm.
quick second, but I'll be right back.
So keep him as calm as he can. He'll need training, so I'm afraid you lumbered with me for a bit longer. But at some point we'll have to take him to Oyam and Artok for proper training, and that may take some time. He needs to learn to control what he is now. Otherwise he'll be a danger to everything around him. That is the curse.
Understandable. So how do you snap them out of it?
2 ways. Depends how strong you are. If you're strong enough, hold him. Stay clear of the claws. If you're not, run.
I'm sure getting his fill also calms him.
Aye, if you can put him near food, or better yet, livestock, and show him that that's a better meal than you are, like we did here, we got lucky. That can help.
Yeah, he should choose his meals wisely, if that's the case. What the hell did you find in there anyways? That didn't sound like anything normal.
Giant lizard of some kind. The Durgar must be using them as pack animals. Seems to be some kind of stable.
Good to know. Heck, maybe we could use them. I don't know.
If you control them, aye. The scent of blood's in the air, though. I'm not sure that they'll be very easy to calm.
Oh, no. Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, I'll talk with them.
You might
Zagrax.
have more of an insight than some of the others.
He just looks up at her.
And she doesn't say anything, but you can just see like her nostrils flaring.
Oh yeah, and I'm like, if I'm looking at her, I'm like, looking her eye to eye, not drifting my gaze.
And she is very, very carefully not looking at your fangs right now.
Well, as long as he doesn't forget who he is and who we are, there shouldn't be any trouble.
That's the challenge. And when it's a full moon, get as far away from him as you can. Preferably put him in a cave or something and camp a day or two away from him. That's when he's most dangerous.
Good to know.
Yeah, actually, in a strange way, you travel with a cleric of Saloon. Irilyssa might be able to help manage this.
Oh yeah, she's great with boon stuff.
Possibly. They've been known to help us in the past.
Well, good. Maybe we should go talk to her then.
Aye, probably should. But not here, not now. I need to go and check on him. And with that, she just turns and strides off after where Zagrax disappeared to.
Meanwhile, I'm already trying to get the heart out of here. So, climb it.
Okay.
You're just like, woo.
Wait, should I call Danica?
Sure.
Okay.
Tell her we have a heart on a stick.
Yeah, she'll tell her that we have a way to transport it. It's still pretty hot, but it's a safer way to transport it. I don't know. She's like, I don't know if we can get on the ship, but maybe you can help.
It depends how it's held.
Okay.
We imagine it would probably burn the ship.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But it'll be nice to say hi.
It's a problem we can tackle when you arrive.
Okay. We'll be heading out now.
Okay, we'll be nearby. Just let us know.
Thank you.
Like, if we look up from this area, we can see open sky, right?
No. You
No.
are
Oh.
underground right now.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought the Visting had busted.
It busted closed, not open.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you busted it closed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You broke
yeah.
the doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're closed, so the dragon can't escape.
Yeah. We can't make a clean
Mhm.
escape, basically.
Yep.
So you would have to go via the elevator out again.
Yeah, we have to go to the elevator now.
Which means I'm going to have to wedge in with that heart. No,
Look.
I'll leave the heart go up the elevator. Someone else can put the heart into the elevator, and I'll be on the next level to grab the heart when it arrives.
Okay, fine.
No one
I was
has
going to
to
say, how are
ride.
you going to manage this? Because you would not be able to stay for a full minute in with the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I die.
Because you would take
Um,
lots of damage because that's 10 rounds.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the old.
The idea they get in there and you get to the top and you're like,
It's the old. I'm transporting sheep and wolves.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Across the river.
Yep. But
Yeah,
yeah, no, it's
the
not
fisherman, the wolf, and the sheep, or the fox and the
Yeah,
sheep.
yeah, one of those.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
about this point, Zagrax is walking back, slightly less bloody, but still like fur stained in blood, wiping himself off with the last random garment.
So
Well, you have-
what are we doing?
You have a big, oversized, like dark cloak to wear. They can completely conceal you too.
Is it oversized at this point, though? How big are you, Tahko?
I am 7'8".
So it's not that oversized, because Zagrax is 7'2", 7'3", something like that now.
Yeah, 6'9",
like
so I
normal
don't know
size.
how much.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably 7'2" or so in
Yeah.
hybrid.
Yeah.
if Zagrax has come back over, I'm gonna walk up to him and kind of clap him on the side of the arm and just kind of look at him, give him a nod. Don't lose yourself.
Easier said than done.
Yeah, well, you're bound for better things, greater things than your bestial nature. Bright one.
Oh, shut up.
You see like a little bit of a grin, and he just turns around and walks back towards the group.
Never a dull moment.
And with that, you head over to the elevator. Tahko, you take it up first.
I go
And-
up first.
Yeah, sorry, you
then
go up
somebody
first with
puts it in.
the heart second. And as you are, maybe you imagine halfway, it's pitch black, so you can't tell, you start to smell burning.
Uh-oh.
You've already
Awesome.
had an intense smell of burning from where you are, considering half of your party's clothing caught on fire at some point. But there's definitely the strong smell of smoke coming from above.
From above?
Oh, good.
Okay. All right. Yep, stupid happened.
And that is where we're going to end for today.
Cool.
Oh,
Thank you everyone for watching.
Yay!
oh no.
So if you have any questions for us, I am now actually reading chat. So do let fire.
Let fire rain.
I enjoyed that. That was more like roleplay heavy. Like the consequences of everything that happened, plus a little bit of problem solving.
Great.
Engineering.
Thank goodness for Itawash's ability.
It's useful.
Yeah. Yeah, because that wouldn't be on my spell list if I was just a normal warlock.
Yep.
No, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing you're not a Normlock, you know.
A normalock.
Well, since that is on your ability, you could really just, considering you could just take a breather, and you get the spell back. You could just rebuild the 10 towns over time.
Wow.
I don't think
Wait,
she
how-
wants to do
how many
that.
That's a lot of time, though.
No, how many castings of that can you get in 8 hours?
In a day?
I mean,
Yeah,
you have to rest for 10 minutes every time you
Yeah.
cast it. You can cast it, twice per 10 minutes?
Twice per
But-
10 minutes, yeah.
yeah.
But
so
imagine
that's-
rebuilding
6
the
times
10
an hour,
towns
6
without,
times
Oh my
8,
gosh.
yeah,
48
but-
times.
but imagine rebuilding the 10
Yeah,
towns without any
5
architectural
feet at a
knowledge.
time. Yeah,
I
it's
mean-
true. Alora has
Oh.
no architectural knowledge.
I built this house. It's great.
At the
Built
very
giant
least,
cup.
you could just build the walls with basic windows and door entrances.
I guess so.
Actually, it's true. You could.
You can even
That-
fashion the doors out of stone with working hinges.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
Yeah,
She
and the
probably
windows out of
would help.
stone. Which
See,
would be
this
worthless.
is actually why warlocks are menacing.
She would get so bored doing that and she would leave.
Mhm.
I mean, it's Yeah, that's true. It would be very boring, but it would be invaluable to the people that.
It's well, she'll do it for she'll do it for like good mead.
Yeah.
Not
Do it for good
like
mead. Do it for
tourmaline.
good mead.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I don't know if she cares about every other town
Yeah.
enough to like sit there and help.
Angie Bear needs his honey now.
Yeah.
The mead.
I love how once we're adventuring, if you haven't used that spell slot for the day, you just be like, okay, we're gonna make a stone lean-to build everything against, so we
Yeah,
have
that's
shelter
fun.
from the wind. It's gonna be really handy.
Yeah. I was considering that one or a really cool offensive spell, but I was like, no, I'm taking this one.
I
It
love
was
that
because
spell.
that particular spell that I was thinking is based on intelligence score, and she's not that smart. So
Why would we need?
So
Why would we need a crappy stone lean-to when you could just be in my bubble?
mhm.
Oh, yeah,
Be in a
That's because it
bubble.
attracts yetis.
It does not.
Yeah, we don't want to go
That
in your
was not
Yeti
the
bubble.
bubble's fault.
You
That
have
was
a
the-
100% evidence that every time you have cast this, Yetis have attacked.
It's true.
Because Johan was outside.
We could say that it's
Bubble.
because of Johan, but that's giving Johan
Bubble.
a lot of credit.
Bubble.
That's okay. We have
Fine.
werebears.
All of you can sleep outside the bubble.
Hey, it might be more comfortable for me now that
Yeah,
I'm aware.
in the
I
stone
don't know.
lean-to. We just went over this.
Yeah. That has
Uh.
no wind protection. Have fun with that.
It does. You just have to wait 10 minutes and then cast more walls, and then you have better wind protection.
In fact, with
Comes
that,
from
you just dig
material.
underground. Just dig a
Yeah.
tunnel.
True.
Oh yeah, you could just dig
We
tunnels.
can
with-
all
with your spell.
become dwarves.
Yeah.
It comes full circle.
At this point, I'm
You
going to
can-
need to be very careful. Walls are no longer permanent.
I mean, the moment Zagrax had that hammer, walls weren't permanent.
That's true.
I mean, with enough time, you could just dig a whole tunnel system between the 10 towns, so no one has to travel above ground anymore.
I mean, this is one of the things I did really wonder about the makeup of this place. Like, why would you have arrow slits looking down into the forge from the entrance?
Yeah. True.
And I guess it's so that the party can see in if they can't get the gates open. And then maybe smash a hole through, which is what you guys did. Like, this is the only thing I could think of. Like,
Well,
it's
I was
such a glaring defensive issue.
Well, the only other thing I could think of too would be if it's like there's crap that can come from the mines, and so it's just a second layer of defense. Right? They'll abandon the forge and stuff to go up to that next level of defense. But if they're
But the
getting
next level
attacked by the
opens directly to the mines as well. They both do.
Yeah. That's just bad design.
Because at least the forge has the 20-foot tall guard tower overlooking the mine. Yeah, it's like that one area. It's like, this is a cool layout, but that one bit, I'm like, why? I can't explain this. Thankfully, you never questioned it, but I can't explain that.
it's just the way it's designed.
Yeah, poorly. Maybe they were worried about their leader just going crazy and slaughtering everybody. They needed to gun him down.
Should we get the heart up the tunnel? I had to step away again.
No, not quite.
Okay.
We spelled smoke at the elevator, so there's some kind of fire going on above us.
So yeah, were you already going up the elevator, just you at that time?
Yep.
So it's
I
gonna be
hate it.
really fun for Zagrax to go up.
For
Yep.
me and
Heightened
Swift Runner.
emotion.
And Swift Runner, yeah.
So yeah, Tahko's about halfway up. The party have instructions to put the heart in the second
Yep.
elevator showing.
Well, I've
Yeah.
got a big question of this whole facility. Where are the big like ceiling gates that open up so the dragon can fly out? Are they above this thing where the dragon
No.
was being repaired?
South of that. So you see where there's that snow, and this is another thing I was kind of going, why would there be
Oh,
snow
yeah.
down there? Because this is hot. But I think that's more my own description. Like, it's a forge, of course it's hot. But yeah,
Okay.
basically, when the doors open, snow comes in, and that's why all of this down here is so snowy.
Okay.
That's
So if I were to like hold Elora up so she could touch the ceiling, could she just like touch the ceiling and have one of the doors just collapse in?
No,
And then we
that's
could escape
300 feet up.
Yeah.
What?
300? What? I thought
Yeah.
this was 20-foot ceiling.
Oh, the ceiling
No.
is, yeah, but the doors that open for the dragon is 300 feet up. It's 3 stories, and every story is 100
It's like a chute,
separate.
right? Or
Oh,
something.
Yeah.
it's a shoot. I'd have to really throw you hard.
No, no.
You-
She would
does-
never agree to that, and she
does-
would
does
start
Elora
screaming
have-
if you picked her up.
Yeah. Does Elora have wall jump though? If she's got wall jump, she can make it the
I
whole way
mean-
up with
Not
perfectly
wall
timed
jump.
jumps. Just boom, boom, boom.
I could just fly up.
You could fly up.
Wow.
It'll take you several
practical.
rounds,
Carry
like
me up.
300 feet. It'd still take you a while.
Yeah, it's true.
I
It'd
can
take
float.
me- Well, dashing, so 60 feet around.
Like what, 5 rounds?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's a pretty long time, yeah.
Mhm.
The big question is, how do we get the rest of us out of there? I mean, we do have 300 feet of rope, so.
Well, the other thing is, like, sure, we can fly up, but I can only do like 5 feet at a time, so it's not really that useful.
Oh. The thing is, the door is held by, because the door hinges up, but
Not
the
anymore.
mechanisms are broken. All you have to do
You
is affect
broke
the
it,
mechanism.
so we can get out of there.
Yeah, but
No,
the good
all
news
you
is
have
the
to-
dragon didn't try to escape either.
The door is still stone, so all you have to do is unhook just
Oh
the
my
tiny bits of stone from the mechanisms, and the doors would just fall down.
Yeah, but then they're gonna hit you.
What
Yeah.
if we're just not standing below them? Then the doors just slam down here, and then once both doors are down, you could bring the whole Nautilus down, and the Nautilus could just fly down and pick us up.
Nautilus is
I'm
quite
gonna
a lot bigger
do that.
than that.
Yeah.
Then the dragon?
Yeah.
Really?
The dragon
Probably
is
not then.
huge. Nautilus is more than huge.
Really?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we can all
You've seen the maps. You've walked around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's true.
based on the fact that we were like, our size standing on the dragon was us standing on the back of a dragon. Us standing in there, it was a whole map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Fair enough.
Which is why I was a little
Well, we-
unsure about how big to make the heart, because judging by the size of that forge, that heart is bloody massive, but dragons are only that big. Like, they're big,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but only that big.
I mean, it was probably just contained in that center area right there anyways.
Yeah.
Maybe they have the heart from the Scrooge, or not Scrooge, but the Grinch at the end of the movie, which is 3 sizes too big.
I did think this was a really interesting challenge, though. Like, how do you get the heart out? I wondered how you're
on
going
a
to resolve
pole.
that. Yeah.
So part one
Okay.
down, we figured it out. Now how to get it to where it needs to go. That's a whole nother adventure.
And to figure out
Well-
where it actually needs to go to.
Because we put a loop right here, we can just tie rope to that loop and then tie the other side of the rope to the bottom of the Nautilus and just have it float around below the Nautilus as it flies around.
Yeah, I can see nothing bad going wrong
Oh.
with that.
My personal favorite is when we get to our destination and be like, "Hey, where's the container? It's supposed to be below the." Oh no!
Yeah,
Where did we
right.
drop it? And all we'd have to do is fly around
Uh-oh.
and look for the entire like spot of like forest that's either on fire, or it would be like just a spot in the tundra that's like melted completely down.
No.
Like it'd be really easy to spot. I feel like at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a lake. I don't remember there being a
Oh
lake there.
no!
Oh
Oh no!
no.
Oh.
That'll be terrible.
Nice. It's okay. I have control water. I can just make the lake go away.
If you
Yeah.
remembered to prepare it that day.
That's true. That's true.
And you just gotta wait a whole day.
Right. No, the only one from my new list I have prepared is freedom of movement, because it's so handy when you need
Yeah.
it.
Freedom
Well,
of
I mean,
movement's awesome.
the spells that you get from your domain are automatically prepared.
Oh yeah, I can just kill trees at a whim now.
I can just go invisible at a whim now.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Wait, you're a Durgar?
No, I just have
Yeah,
greater
pretty much.
invisibility.
Revelations.
It's greater invisibility.
Greater Durgar.
Oh man, You could be killing people while invisible. That's a rare treat.
Isn't that usually a level 5 spell? Or is that always 4?
Level 4 for me.
Yeah, I know it is for you. I think it
Four.
might usually be a 5.
Uh,
Because I know some of the cleric domains do get like spells early. That's their ability.
Mhm.
5e, greater invisibility.
Nice.
No, it's 4th level.
Oh, nice. Still. It's a
Bard,
great spell
sorcerer,
to
and
have.
wizard. Usually.
You can cast it on anybody, though. It's not just self, right?
Yes.
Nice.
party.
Even better.
you
No,
are creature you touch.
1 creature per level, I think.
Oh, wow. Really?
I think.
That's
I just
nuts.
closed that window.
I know invisibility scales that way.
No, it doesn't scale. You or a creature you touch becomes invisible till the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person.
Okay, so only
to a
invisibility
minute.
has the higher level casting. Yeah, they probably figured an entire party of invisible people killing people would be a bad idea for the
Yeah.
spell balance.
So,
You know
what's
what's
the difference
funny?
between invisibility and greater invisibility then?
So greater invisibility means you stay invisible even if you attack or cast spells.
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys trying to find the engineer, the Duragar engineer, was hilarious.
I loved it.
I would have been like, how do you count to 3 in Dwarven? And given him an ultimatum countdown,
All right.
and then just break his stuff. And if he still didn't appear, I just take my Warhammer and start like smashing sprays of like debris around and
Yeah.
see if they start bouncing off of something that isn't there. I'd be like, there he is.
I mean,
Go
Elora
get him.
thought if she's nice, he'll talk, but no.
I really
He
like
smashed
thinking
up his
whether-
workshop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And his
Elora.
entire
Do it.
mentality when you went back up again was literally you knock on the door and you're like, oh, not these idiots again. No, I don't want to deal with this.
I really do like what other combinations of characters had they gone up there. What would have happened? Like
Oh, yeah.
Tahko was saying, just smashing everything. And I'm pretty sure if like Vulwin up there had been up there, been like, open the door, close the door.
I was very
There we
careful to
go.
listen to whether you close the door or not.
Yep.
And with
Yep.
that natural 20, I was like, he sneaks fast. He's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got that table though, so
That's a rare feat. Tables don't exist in this map.
That's why it was such a big deal. Y'all laughing at the fact that I got the table. That table didn't exist until I got it.
It was invisible.
It is really weird how this map is made. Like, they've taken the time to make the anvils and stuff, so why not the regular furniture?
Why not tables? Yeah.
Because they knew that we'd come in and smash all the furniture, so you had to be able to remove it or break into pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to smash anvils.
Well, there are ways of, like,
Or-
removing things. Like, I removed the wall. I think I did an okay job with that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. You did a great job of that one. I think it's interesting too because you pointed out the snow that was down there, and I was kind of wondering because that was the first time I'd really noticed that. I'm like, it makes sense for the indication of what it's useful for, but like you were saying, this whole place is a smith. There's no way that would stay, but without that, you don't really know. It's a nice visual indicator.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, on my map, there's actually a great big outline saying this is the exit.
That's hilarious. The GM map.
I'll show you what I see. I'll just reveal it.
Now that heart isn't in essentially an oven, and it's going to be out in the cold air, it shouldn't be unbearable anymore.
Unbearable.
Which is good.
That's what you think.
There you go. That's
You
what
had
I
to-
see.
It'll be unbearable for our 2 bears because
Yeah. Yeah, we just need to get out of this place. Forget this place now. I'm done with
yeah,
this
fuck this
place.
place. It can burn for all we want. I just want to get out of here first.
I mean, if it burns, let's do it with us not in it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Well, maybe a bit too late.
no, we'll just take the other exit, you know? No.
I mean, I was theorizing, but yeah, that seems a bit on.
Yeah, we started to go down the other exit, take the right-hand path or somewhere that might have been the right-hand path. Yeah, that didn't sound like a good time to go through another half of a dungeon.
Well, how long are those Nautilus tentacles, and how strong are they? They might just be able to burst in and rescue us.
Not 300 foot. More like
Well, I mean,
30. 40, maybe
Okay.
50.
Okay. Are they strong enough to smash those doors, though?
No.
Okay.
Maybe
Those are some
teleport
very
boards
solid
on doors.
doors.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And yes, like speaking of exploring other areas, there is one other bit of the map which you might be interested in, but also you have been here for a while, and I get that. And I think at this point you probably just want to head out and leave. So I might just different way
we're
of
kind
dealing
of
with that.
burned out. Unless anybody wanted to tell us to search there, but they didn't. So yeah.
Because you just know that all the Duragar seem to have disappeared from the various guard posts.
Easier for us.
Yeah.
Hey, this might be our new home fort, depending on what the freaking Black Swords are doing.
All right.
We might have to stay here for a while until we figure out what the Black Swords are doing.
We know exactly what the Black Swords are doing.
As we go, and we just kind of like bring the heart of their forge up, and we just kind of like rolling that through, and they're fighting, and we're like,
Bye.
Don't mind us. We're just stealing this.
We're leaving.
Goodbye.
Don't talk to us.
I like that's why I wanted to have that little interview with Fel before you went down here again, because he wanted to know what the status was down there.
Yeah, and I told him we were stealing it. I didn't say, do anything that could interrupt that, but I guess he decided to jump the gun a bit. That's okay.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of one of the issues I've been running into with this map is because all three stories are so disconnected, there probably isn't a decent line of communication between them. So the middle floor doesn't really know what's happening to the bottom or the top floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that. That worked to our advantage. Because that lady that we talked to that was like, hey, go kill my future husband. We don't ever have to talk to her again. That's fine. You can just kill her or whatever. I don't care.
I legit was trying to remember what our reward for that was going to be, because I know she wanted to do that, and I guess the reward is more access to go down there.
Yeah, the reward was, I don't kill you.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, like she
come
had
on,
to get
come on.
Well, the reward was you only have to fight half of the Duragar in this place. That was really what the reward was.
And it's true. She didn't know who she was talking to, though. But
right?
it's okay.
Anyway, just realised I closed down chat again. Do you guys have any questions for us?
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh.
You walked away.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry?
You
got stuff to do, you got places to go, I get it.
Yeah. Post session, sometimes you gotta walk away.
You
You could always go deeper into the caves and see if there's another way out. That's true.
Wonderful. Yeah. Didn't we think there was there's another elevator over there somewhere?
I mean, one of the things that always makes me laugh about maps like this is there's a giant tunnel saying, to the Underdark. The Underdark is not covered in this module. Okay,
ready to
so
run
why
a
are
new
you giving me
campaign?
that exit?
Yeah.
Let's just choose to go that way. You ready, guys? New campaign. Let's go.
Like, oh no, things are smoky. Let's go to the Underdark quick. That's the safe place.
Yeah, we have a dragon heart. Better option.
I don't know.
Yeah,
There's no moon in the Underdark.
Well, the Dragon Heart probably does give off like a dim glow or something, so you at least have a permanent light and heat source.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
not the
Permanent
moon.
way to be noticed. Yeah.
It's no moon, that's for sure.
It's the Undersun. You could start a new religion.
Well, we are the Dawnbringers.
Ha!
We have the bright one. Nobody would like us down here, though. The absolute truth is that, like, they're like, oh, we like the dark. What are you doing down here?
Yeah.
Nobody would like you down here.
Yeah, the
Only?
Underdark. Right? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Come on. Come on. Are you kidding me?
Me.
Everybody likes us above ground.
Yeah, we're awesome.
Like, look, 10 out of 10 Dugan's Holers agree that the
I have a
Dawnbringers
cult.
are great people.
I have a cult. They like me. I have a cult.
That's true.
Yeah,
did.
but will they
Well,
like
the whole
if
church,
you're a
so-
werebear?
Honestly, yeah, you just be like,
Meh.
yeah. You have a whole
You might
story. You killed a
you
dragon
might-
now. You said you were going to.
You might
That's
want to keep
true.
that a secret. Keep that under your hat for now.
As he walks out looking like that. Yeah, okay.
Or under my cloak for now, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
speaking like Zagrax was mentioning, I need to make some new art for this. We also have new art for Elora, which looks rather
Ooh, that's
spiffing,
right.
which I want to show off because it's cool.
Yeah,
Well, you
I
might
can
want to do
make-
shout outs too before you forget too.
Oh,
I
yeah,
should.
Zagrax,
And
Harry.
speaking of Elora, Trips, thank you very much for the 7-month resubscription. Very much appreciate that.
Yay.
Oh wow!
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we had a little Easter egg this session. If anybody spotted it,
Yeah.
Elora's token was new.
When it's tiny, it doesn't look that different.
Yeah, it's a bit
I know
hard
that's
to
good.
see.
That's good.
Actually, you know what? Let's just show all of these. Oh, except for the fact that when I change scene, for some reason, that cuts off all the
Audio.
sound. I'll see if I can fix that, actually, so just talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Okay, if we tried to
wrap.
burn, because he panicked and grew fur in the first place.
Oh, I can see it on
Yeah.
screen. Oh,
I
it's
see
on.
no sound, no. Macho says.
Okay, I have no idea why the sound doesn't work. The mixer
Do,
just
do we?
isn't there.
Yeah. Do we have a Discord
It just isn't
command
there.
in chat as well? Like, do we? We do. Does that work? Is that the right Discord?
I don't know. Is that the right one?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, if you want to copy it on the Digital Dragons thing there, that would be good.
It is actually. Elora posted it.
Yeah, I did post it there.
What'd you post?
My new art.
We're back.
Oh
to
yeah,
the
good.
Discord. Both Discords.
Can they hear us? No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
fine.
you can hear us. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I was gonna say the rough draft of that look. She had black lipstick and
yeah,
more
she was
eyes
a
on.
lot more evil. But I mean, I was just in doing the art. I was bringing out the Elora we all know. You know, the one that shoots people in the back as they're running away.
Hey,
Lost
shut
Island.
up, you! You shot me in the back a billion times.
Actually, to be fair, I only hit you a.
You also
Hey,
shot
when
him
I hit.
very
Yeah.
horribly intentionally a few times because you were mind controlled and just like ruined him.
Survived, kind of, maybe.
Yeah.
Didn't
I mean,
smack
you
me a couple of
did
times.
because you got
I've-
bit.
Yeah. Hey, I've never killed a party member though, so you know,
Yet.
we're good.
In any
Yeah, I know,
game,
but I
or
mean,
just
hey,
this
I mean,
one?
well, in this one, I mean, I have been a GM, so I mean, I don't know about. There was that one time, Highwind, but I think you got yourself into that situation.
Did I die? I don't know. I probably died.
You were very close to it. Very
Mm.
close. Like you had like a turn or two to live from that major injury when you were.
Oh yeah, the
Lots.
neck. I remember
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
There we go. Now I got it working.
Hey, there it is.
Hey. So now we can actually talk about this. So this is the new Elora. This is the old Elora. So definitely a big upgrade there. Now, in fact, while we're looking at these, you can also see the other ones a bit more up close. That is Irilyssa.
Mhm.
That is Mood Killer himself.
Mm-hmm.
Vulwin. And Zagrax.
Yay! That's our whole party. We're a charismatic
Yes.
crew.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
We know diplomacy. And that was a statement. We
Do
know
we?
diplomacy.
Yeah,
We
exactly. We
know
know
diplomacy.
diplomacy.
No diplomacy.
Yeah.
We know diplomacy.
Because apparently force isn't diplomacy.
Hmm,
Who says that?
who says that? Uh, I don't know. That sounds like a
Murderers
solid
and
party,
manners.
Macho. Not gonna lie.
Well, we're slowly
we-
gaining more man-eaters.
Look, would
Yeah.
you rather be with a party of
quickly.
murderers or be another party that encounters the murderers? Like, you know.
It's true.
I will say I had in mind an entire storyline for Zagrax, and this has just completely taken that away. Well, not away, but changed
Oh.
it slightly.
Yeah.
This
That
was
was the fate of the
unexpected.
dice.
Yeah,
But
there's a
that's one of
couple
the
of
best things. It's just so. It's the evolution of your character. Like the other thing was kind of a bit of a forced thing. I was like, here's a thing that's happening to you. Deal with it. But now it's
Yeah.
like, this has happened because of your actions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
Things are fun.
Yep.
Because of your actions.
Mm.
You will have to bear the consequences.
That hurt.
Bear. 'Cause he's a bear.
And I thought I got over when I actually played a bear character.
Oh, yeah?
that we'd stop with the bear jokes.
Oh,
Damn
well.
it.
Those
It's
are the
back
bare
again.
necessities.
Yeah.
To be fair, that was a bear barbarian, so there's a lot of bear going on.
Bear
Barbarian.
Bear
A barbarian.
barbarian. Yeah. Remarkably hard to say. Barbarian, not bear barbarian.
Who also is in league with like werewolves, for lack of a better.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Did he eat lizards? I mean, you need to read those story with the character.
Sure, I guess. Huh?
The lizards in this place is kind of funny. It's like they're trapped in their doors, but the bear guys that you killed like right at the start of this fight can go back there and just unlatch the things, and the lizards will go and attack you. But they never had a chance to do that, so the lizards are just stuck in their little kennels.
Fun.
And then
Good thing they didn't. Those lizards would have killed us.
well,
Yeah, probably.
probably. But I just went and blendered one, so it's fine.
Will it
Okay.
blend?
No
Yes,
rolls
yes, it will.
required.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's what the little scream you heard was. It was Zagrax turning on the blender.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
I knew everything would be fine.
I was
Yep.
expecting to have a couple of sessions to work out how exactly the transformations would work. Nope, -2 will save. Okay then.
That's pretty bad.
Exceptional.
Nat 1 with a -3.
Yep, and you're the one that has to maintain control. That's
Yeah.
exceptional. Yep.
So we're always going to have calm emotions prepared.
Might actually be a good
Yeah.
idea if you have it.
Yeah, that's not
Yes,
a bad idea
doctor.
actually.
That's on the cleric spell list.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
we'll talk to
saying-
you and be like, how can you help Zagrax maintain himself and not kill people?
I mean, if we're fighting people, we just piss them off and then hide. Let him handle it. Oh.
Yeah, he's got. Jeez. Oh my gosh! Imagine if Tahko was made into a werebear. It could be worse. No,
Yeah,
because we actually wouldn't have any problem fighting Tahko if he turned into a werebear.
Could have
I don't think
happened.
Any
I
of us
mean-
would have any qualms.
That's one of the things I was saying last week or 2 weeks ago when I had everybody make the charisma check. It was to see who Swift Runner decided to go and help, and Tahko did have advantage on that because Tahko is her brother.
Yep. Luckily, I still failed.
But I
But,
rolled crit.
Luckily.
Yeah, I
Luckily.
think I rolled in like a 19 or something on that.
The,
Oh
the
yeah, I
thing
crit
is,
failed that.
I
Yeah,
have
both crit failed.
I have a 6 to my wisdom save, so it would be probably better for everybody if I was the one that changed. But oh well, this is fine. I already have enough crazy stuff
I
going
also
on. with
have
my
a
character.
6 to my wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
then.
But I have a
Oh, you
6 to
wisdom
my not wisdom, but
Charisma?
charisma. So That's why I got it.
You
I'm
just-
more
Yep.
likable than you.
You growl extra loud.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Do I get advantage on intimidation checks now because of being werebear?
You know what? Probably. I've been like trying to work out what exactly the different
States will
abilities
do.
and consequences of each of the forms are, and for hybrid I just have -10 persuasion, but it probably should be advantage intimidation.
Yeah, and instead of -10 persuasion, probably just be disadvantage.
He just shows up like, hey
I'd be
guys,
more
it's
than that.
me, the bright one.
The mean one.
But that's something that you and I will need to go through, Zagrax, because I do want to do a bit more with this, but then we also need to be aware of the fact that you are like a new blood were creature,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't have all of the abilities.
Yeah.
You could
Yep.
choose to progress that way with enough training and direction, but that's just one of the choices you'll need to make.
Yeah.
Or it's just something you kind of deal with where you can. It's up to you.
Or you could just try and figure out how to break the curse so you're no longer a werebear.
Also possible. Hard, but possible. It's definitely not as easy as remove curse. Mm-mm.
Not like it is in the book.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Gotta get you some bearbane? What is the thing for werebears? It's not wolfsbane.
Bad choices on a daily life. No,
Wait,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Mhm.
In retrospect, will you allow me to roll a couple hit dice? Because I took a bunch of short rests. At least
Oh.
one.
Yeah. I'd
Oh,
say-
yeah. Like, you can... During this process, you can basically rest where you need to.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. I'll do that too.
I'm gonna roll
Sure.
2.
Because we
It's no
both burned the
problem.
crap out of ourselves.
Thank you.
Because there was a fair amount of, like, downtime. Like, okay, how do we
Really?
fix 4? Unlucky. Also, you
Yeah,
just
I
rolled
have
that
this-
to me, so make sure...
Yeah, I
you-
have it
Yay,
going
I'm
to
at
GM,
full health
but-
now. Okay.
Really? 2 4s
Two
in a row?
Oof.
Beautiful.
Oof.
I'm glad tonight's gone, so whatever.
Oh, dear.
That's all my rolls for the night. I'm good.
Anyway, I think that this is probably a good spot to call this to a close. Unless, chat, you have any further questions for us, I will call an end to the proceedings.
Oh,
Woo!
yeah. Should we reminder? I think we got the upcoming session. That's not a session, right?
Yes, so next week
Oh,
we're not
yeah.
here. Next week there is no session. And also, for those of you who watch Component Cast, there's no Component Cast tomorrow either. So,
Blah,
No
blah,
game.
blah, blah.
yep, some of the players can't make it, so we are going to call it, and we'll be back again the week after. And until then, we'll see you in 2 weeks. So thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Woo!
Waving at
Bye-bye.
camera time. Waving at camera time.